On an overcast Monday afternoon, K13 Media welcomes you to the Jack in Zebulon, home of the Pike County Pirates, as we get ready for Pike County Pirate baseball this afternoon, matinee edition, as the Pirates are going to be taking on the Indians from East Coweta High School. One game here this afternoon, and it is so great to be back with all of you live from Pike County High School. I'm Chad Feltman with K13 Media, coming to you live today from the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth right behind home plate on a beautiful ball field that Coach Blake Parrott and his staff have been working on since about 9 a.m. this morning. The grass is cut perfectly, the dirt has been dragged, the lines are sharp, and it is just about time to play ball this afternoon in Zebulon. Joined today to my left, feel like I haven't seen either one of these guys in about 3 months, but to my left today, the good-looking part of the crew. Brains on my right, looks on the left. I don't know if that's a compliment or what, but Chris Childress, it's good to see you once again.
Oh, Chad, it's good to have you back to your K13 broadcast, man. We've had to limp through this thing without you here the last few games. Good thing I had Greg with us. Michael Penn's done the best he could do, and I appreciated the opportunity I had to work with him and Greg. But you're back now, and I love it. You're going to be watching a Pike County baseball team that, man, you've been away for a while. We got to get you back, get them back to winning.
Got to get some mojo going.
Got some mojo going. I know Greg was over at Morgan County and got to see him play over there, and what an amazing team they were that they played in Morgan. Now East Coweta today.
Greg, that was a doubleheader Friday. Game one didn't quite go our way, but game two, I believe it came down to the very end, right? I mean, the last pitch of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
It did. Morgan County led 1-0. They scored a run early, about I think it was the second inning, and it stayed like that till the fifth inning, and we put up 3. And then in the bottom of the seventh, they scored 3 and won 4-3. But Brody Adams pitched a spectacular game. He was on it.
Well, to hold Morgan County to just 4 runs in a game this year is pretty doggone respectable. And that's exactly what Pike did on Friday. Both of these teams, East Coweta and Pike County, both played on Friday, and they both lost 4-3. So both teams are looking to get back into the win column. The Indians have lost 5 out of 6, talking with Coach Deloach. Coach Franklin Deloach, the head coach for the Indians, in his 26th season as the head coach for the East Coweta Indians. He was telling me a little about his team here, and the injury bug has kind of plagued East Coweta a little bit here recently. So going to have some new names in different places and faces for East Coweta today. And for the Pirates, trying to stop a 3-game skid. Again, all 3 of those losses came to Morgan County. So Pike County currently right now sitting at 11-12 overall on the season, 6-6 in Region 2 AA. East Coweta currently sitting at 16-7 overall on the season, and they are currently 6-3 in Region 2 6A, the biggest region in the entire state. So East Coweta and Pike County, second meeting of the year between the two teams. When we come back, we will recap the first meeting that took place over in Sharpsburg just a few weeks ago, and we'll get you ready for today's first pitch. East Coweta and Pike County coming up next, live from the Jack in Zebulon, here with K13 Media.
Listen up, Braves fans. Braves Vision is your new TV home of the Atlanta Braves, and catching every pitch is easier than ever. Watch Braves Vision through your current cable or satellite provider, or stream games on Braves Vision with the Braves.TV subscription. That means streaming from anywhere on any device with no local blackouts. Check out all your options at Braves.com/watch. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Hey, don't forget, at the end of today's game, we will give out the award for our player of the game, presented by Childress and Justice. And, of course, that player of the game will get that free meal to Ruth's Restaurant right here in Zebulon. Just not today, because, as I learned the hard way, Ryan does not like working on Monday. Ruth's is closed on Monday. And, Chris, I tell you, it never fails. It's kind of like one in Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. You know how you can just taste that Chick-fil-A sandwich on a Sunday afternoon? I was tasting that buffet to Ruth's earlier today. I even sent you a message. I was going to buy you lunch today.
Oh, sure you were.
And your reply was, well, they're closed.
Yeah, you certainly didn't come back with another spot to go eat if you're buying lunch.
I was, and you said you were in court today and weren't going to be here to the last minute.
I didn't have court today. What I had was –
Or you had something
I had
going on.
consult this morning. I had brunch with Greg Parrott today.
I heard.
Yeah.
Good old brunch.
Good old brunch for Greg Parrott. It might have been breakfast for him. It was brunch for me. It was delicious. We were at the Corner Cafe, and it was really good too. You could have come and hung out with us there.
I didn't get the invite. My phone never rang on that one. Yeah.
Well, I certainly got to brunch. Have now missed lunch, and I'm gonna tell you what. I need you to keep me pepped up all night. Okay,
all right, I got you.
Let me tell you the reason why I'm saying this is I've never in my life given blood.
Oh wow.
So. And Christ Chapel across the street, they're giving blood. They're Red Cross is over there. There's blood donations going on, and they're run from 2 to 7 today. So during this game right now across the street, there's a blood drive.
Okay.
And
Are you going to leave like in the 4th inning and go give blood and come back?
No, I think that this game's going to be over in time for me to go give blood.
Okay.
And so I'm hoping that just keeps me pepped up. I'm terrified of needles.
Oh yeah.
But I want to donate. I want to donate really bad, and I'm just going to count on you guys to push me over there.
Well, then let me give you some bad advice. I am absolutely terrified of needles. I am what my doctors call a fainter, Greg Parrott. Every year I go and have a physical done, they have to draw blood. I have to lay down because my primary care doctors know that if I see the blood coming out into those tubes, I will pass out and faint. I have done it before. So I'm probably not the guy to give you the best advice for a blood drive. Greg, can you save them? I hope so.
Well, we're going to get you out of here on time. If we don't, I got a knife and I'll cut you and we'll take the blood and put it in this cup right here.
We'll get some blood out of you.
The Pirates are wearing blood red jerseys today, right?
Yeah, we'll definitely get some blood.
Oh, guys, I'm counting on you. I'm really wanting to do this, really wanting to give and donate. So
well, that's awesome from Christ Chapel. I mean, that's a great gesture from those guys. And I know they had a big weekend with Easter yesterday with all their services over there. So big thank you to Pastor Billy Smith and my good buddy Ricky Shepard, who's over there. Known Ricky for a long, long time. And just great folks over at Christ Chapel. Happy to have them on board here for Pike County Baseball. The two head coaches are meeting at home plate right now. To our left, the East Coweta Indians, led by Coach Franklin Deloach, who is in his 26th season as the head coach for the East Coweta baseball program. And to our right, down the first base line, is Coach Blake Parrott, former Pike County Pirate himself, now leading his alma mater here for the Pirates. And again, these two teams, second meeting of the year. East Coweta took the first game over in Sharpsburg 10-5 earlier this season. And we are getting ready for the start of game number 2 between the two teams coming up here in just a few moments. We'll be right back with starting lineups right after this.
Dedication, compassion, and integrity. We've got the experience and expertise. When you need some help and you feel like there's nowhere to go, you can count on us for everything you need to know. The Sellers Law Firm, where clients become family.
Roofing, gutters, concrete, fencing, siding, and painting. That's just a sample of the services offered by Advanced Roofing and Interiors. Advanced Roofing and Interiors is also a Master Elite certified company. Only 2% of all roofing companies in the U.S. can say that. They also offer the best warranties in the business. 25 years on labor, 50-year manufacturer warranties. If you need work done around your home, office, or church, go with the best. Advanced Roofing and Interiors. Top-rate electrical repair and installation can make all the difference in your home or business. That's why you need the best in the business. Enlightening Electric. They're available 24/7. Licensed, insured, and bonded, and provide the very best electrical services. See for yourself. Just one click to enlighteningelectric.com will show all the services they offer. Free estimates are also available. Experience and expertise. It's not just electric, it's Enlightening Electric.
Listen up, Braves fans. Braves Vision is your new TV home of the Atlanta Braves. And catching every pitch is easier than ever. Watch Braves Vision through your current cable or satellite provider, or stream games on Braves Vision with the Braves.TV subscription. That means streaming from anywhere on any device with no local blackouts. Check out all your options at Braves.com/watch. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Ever thought the day would come where you could apply for a mortgage from the comfort of your living room or home office? In as little as 20 minutes, you can apply online with our new online mortgage center. So visit our website and apply today. We're an equal housing lender. First Bank of Pike. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at firstbankofpike.com.
Welcome y'all to Buckner's Family Restaurant. Around here, we're nothing fancy, but we are a place where family and friends gather around for some good old Southern joy. Come on over and experience the all-you-can-eat Southern cooking served on one of our Lazy Susan tables. There's something special about enjoying a meal with friends and family. The good times even happen outside our doors as you smile and play games while you wait or pick up a meal for the family from our online ordering and curbside to go. So come on out and bring your family and friends for a true Southern experience at Buckner's Family Restaurant.
Listen up, Braves fans. Braves Vision is your new TV home of the Atlanta Braves, and catching every pitch is easier than ever. Watch Braves Vision through your current cable or satellite provider, or stream games on Braves Vision with the Braves.TV subscription. That means streaming from anywhere on any device with no local blackouts. Check out all your options at Braves.com/watch. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Welcome back to the Jack in Zebulon. We are just about ready to get today's first pitch as the Pike County Pirates are at home welcoming the Indians from East Coweta High School here this afternoon for a Monday matinee, a beautiful day for some high school baseball here in Zebulon. Overcast skies, the lights are on here at the Jack, and we are just about ready for today's first pitch. Right now, though, it's time to bring you today's starting lineups. First off, for the visiting Indians of East Coweta High School, here's how they will come to the plate in the top of the first inning. Hunter Biedenbow, the shortstop, will lead it off, followed by the center fielder Lathan Gibby and the first baseman Jax Bowles. Jacob Gonzalez will catch and bat fourth. Aiden Chester will bat fifth and play right field. Hagan Clifton is today's designated hitter. He will bat sixth. The bottom third of the order, Dylan Weems, the left fielder, will bat seventh. Robert East, the second baseman, will bat eighth. And the third baseman, Hudson Harrison, will bat ninth. Defensively here today for Pike County, here's how they look in the outfield. It's going to be Sawyer Selman in left, Lyric Scott in center. Jarrett Morris is over in right. On the infield, Walker Stiltner is at third. Kobe Ivester is at shortstop. Daniel Jones is playing second base today. Cooper Brown is at first. M.T. Moody is behind the plate. And on the mound doing the pitching today for Pike County, the tall righty Max Harris. He'll wear number 14. And he will have quite the test today against one of the top teams in the state in the biggest classification in the state, Class 6A, the East Coweta Indians. Chris Childress, what can we expect to see out of number 14 on the mound for the Pirates today?
Well, I tell you what, he's been playing a lot of first base for us this season. Last season, he was on the mound. It was the Max and Alan Majors show, really. Harris and Majors really was a 1-2 punch for us last season. This season, Max started off the maybe, I think he was injured, maybe a little on the mend, if you want to call it that. But he found himself a hot bat and played himself over at first base, which is going to have him on the mound today. Also going to have him DHing today. So in the event that somebody comes in after him, he's going to stay in and swing that bat and let Cooper hang over at first. You're going to see a fastball. You're going to see a nice curveball and a good-looking changeup coming from Max, and if it's working, he can be very effective.
Well, once again, Pike County entering today's game trying to stop a 3-game losing streak. All 3 of those losses came last week in region play against Morgan County. East Coweta sitting at 16-7 overall on the year, 6-3 in region play. Pike County and East Coweta on a overcast Monday afternoon at the Jack in Zebulon. We are so glad to have you here with us. It's K13 Media's live coverage of Pike County Pirate Baseball. Welcome to the Jack. It's time for Pirate Baseball, and there's your first pitch of the ball game in there for a strike. And your first pitch today coming your way at 3:04 p.m., so we are just a few minutes off from our scheduled start time. 0-1 count to the shortstop, Hunter Biedenbow. Here's the 0-1. This one is lifted out towards straightaway left, and back to make the catch is Sawyer Selman. So Biedenbow hit it hard, but he hit it right to the left-handed left fielder, Sawyer Selman, who made it look pretty easy for the first out here in the top of inning number 1.
Max is throwing strikes already. Just Working to contact.
2 pitches, 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all it takes.
Well, he's going to see his first left-handed batter today. Center fielder Lathan Gibby at the plate. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the first. Just underway from Pike County. Here's Harris. First pitch fastball is high and outside, who stays in the windup with nobody on base. East Coweta, they got the purple helmets here. They got the gold jerseys with the purple writing outlined in white. White pants, purple socks. Here comes the 1-0. This one's lifted, foul territory, left field line. Is it going to stay in play? It will, but it's going to fall down. There were 3 Pirates chasing after it, but nobody could get there to it. Great effort by the shortstop, Ivester, the third baseman, Stiltner, and Selman, the left fielder, just kind of fell there in the no man's land.
Stiltner overrun it, actually.
We're screened here from our vantage point. We got the East Coweta dugout down the third base line that really kind of goes out onto the field. So anything about halfway down the left field line to the foul pole, we're just at the mercy of Greg Parrott, who's way over to our right. He's got the best view of that line. Here comes the pitch. It's downstairs, and that's ball 2. Pike County in their reddish orange tops here today, as Greg says. They're bright red with an orange tint. I don't know how else to. It looks like a really cool color of an energy drink. That's about the best way I know to put it. It's like like an off-cherry strawberry. 2-1. Fastball missed a little inside, and it's 3-1. Good-looking pitch there.
That looked real good. I thought it caught that inside corner about belt high.
This will be about that time I'd be tapping my helmet, trying to get one of those replays that we've been seeing in Major League Baseball this year. 3-1 count to Lathan Gibby. Nobody on, 1 out. Here's the pitch. And there's a strike to set on the outside corner. And it runs the count full at 3-2. We're already in the top of the first, and Chris Childress has handed out money. That didn't take long, did it?
Well, Mason came over, and he was standing here next to me, and I knew what he wanted was money, and so he can get to the concession stand. So without asking, I just went ahead and handed.
3-2 fastball misses upstairs, and that's going to be ball 4. And it's going to be the first base runner of the day. A 1-out walk to the center fielder, Lathan Gibby. And it'll bring up the first baseman, Jax Bowles. Busy week this week for Pike County. After today, going to head down to Rutland tomorrow in Macon for another region game against the Hurricanes. And then we're expected to have a doubleheader here on Friday, but Coach Parrott is trying to see if we can get that game moved up earlier in the week to give the players an extended weekend. First pitch on the way. This one's fouled off the end of the bat to the right over toward the Pike County dugout. It is spring break this week for the Pirates. So Coach Parrott is trying to do what he can to possibly move that Friday game up to Wednesday or Thursday. Try to get his guys a little break. Chris Childress gives out cash, and now he gets kisses from pretty girls. Man, what am I doing wrong in life?
Hey, well, my wife just came up, and Stephanie, you know Stephanie.
That was not your wife. That was a different blonde. What are you talking about?
Greg, help.
Let me go see if I can find Stephanie.
Thank you, Greg.
I'll need to find her.
You and I both need to look for her, Greg.
I'm sure she's listening.
Runner on first, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Curveball, and it's in there for strike 2. A good-looking curve from Harris.
Man, that fogged my glasses up, guys. I'm going to have to take them off.
Things are getting steamy over here in the booth.
Steamy,
already.
yeah. Woo.
The Advanced Roofing and Interiors kissing booth. That's what we got here today. 1-2 count to Jax Bowles. Runner on first, 1 out. Harris is ready. Runner goes. Here's the pitch. Downstairs. It's in the dirt. No throw. M.T. Moody had to dig the ball out of the dirt. So that'll put a runner in scoring position with 1 out. As Gibby, who drew the 1-out walk, he had about 17 secondary leads on that pitch. He was going, stuttering, shuffling, and finally took off. Now he stands at second with 1 out. 2-2 count to Jax Bowles.
Mason brought me my change back. How about that?
Harris ready, the pitch, in the dirt again, and another good block by M.T. Moody. And the count's full, 3-2.
Running 3 umpires today. You got McDaniel at second, Brock at third. And speaking of Brock, you better keep the table clean, the dugouts clean. Everybody better stay tidy.
Oh, boy.
Brock's at third base. Do not know the umpire behind the plate.
Really?
Do not know him.
Wow, that's a shock.
Yeah.
3-2 count.
You're running a 3-man crew, though.
Harris with a couple of looks to second. Now a third look. A fourth look. The stretch and the payoff pitch. Fouled out of play down the first base line. Max Harris had that head going left, going right, left, right, back and forth. Taking a good look at Lathan Gibby, who's the base runner at second. We're just underway in the top of the first inning. No score. East Coweta at the plate. They're the visiting team today. 1 out, runner on second. Full count. Harris with a couple of looks. Now he'll spin, and he will chase Gibby back to the bag at second.
Gibby just dancing around out there, just hopping up and down and doing everything he can to distract Harris.
Second batter that has seen a full count of the first 3 that have come to the plate. This is Jax Bowles, the righty. Here comes the payoff, 3-2, and it's downstairs and another walk. So after getting the first out pretty quickly on just 2 pitches, Max Harris has now walked the last 2 batters, and that's going to put runners on first and second with 1 out, and it'll bring up the catcher, Jacob Gonzalez.
Walks will kill your game plan.
Yeah, they will.
How many times have we said that this year for Pike County? So it's going to put runners on first and second with 1 out. Another righty-righty matchup coming up here with Max Harris, the pitcher for the Pirates. Now facing the catcher, Jacob Gonzalez, the cleanup batter for East Coweta.
Let's see a 4-6-3 right here with the catcher at the plate.
Harris again in the stretch. High kick, first pitch. Check swing. Did he go? They're going to appeal down to first, and the call is no, he did not. He did not go around. Almost sounded like he foul-tipped it.
I thought he fouled it too.
So it's 1-0.
Good block by MT.
He's had 3 of those now this inning. Not a bad pitch from Harris either. Gonzalez just barely was able to hold back on that check swing.
It would have worked into a 4-6-3 right. That would have been a good second base ground ball.
He's right up on the paint, hanging over the plate. Righty on righty matchup. And now time is going to be called. Well, Harris is having a lot of trouble with the base runner at second, Lathan Gibby. Gibby is out there dancing around like Chris Childress at a New Year's Eve party.
Probably asleep.
Just all over the place.
I'd wake up next morning and tell me how New Year's Eve was.
Jacob Gonzalez is at the plate wearing number 2. Batting gloves are a light-colored purple with highlighter pink. Not really the same East Coweta purple you would expect. This is more like a lavender.
They do have a lavender jersey. Remember it last year?
That's right,
Yeah, that's
Greg.
right.
You're right. Harris spins, throws to second, and Gibby is back easily. I forgot all about that. Last year, Greg and I were doing the game at East Coweta, and that was the first time they wore those uniforms. And remember, Coach Deloach was talking about he didn't really care for them because it looked like the softball team.
Right.
They were such a light-colored purple. His comment was like, I could see us wearing these for softball, but the guys like them. I ain't a fan of them. Here goes the pitch from Harris. Fastball hit out towards shallow left, and coming in, making the catch for out number 2 is Sawyer Selman. Had it played perfectly. That ball was hit right off the fist of Jacob Gonzalez. Sound like it jammed him. And that's the second out here of the inning, and the second fly ball to left field. So 2 outs and runners on first and second. And it'll bring up the right fielder, Aiden Chester, another right-handed batter. Boy, if Harris can get out of this jam, that'd be nice at the top of the first inning. 2 outs, East Coweta at the plate. They've got runners at first and second, and their right fielders at the plate. Harris with the pitch upstairs, and it's ball 1, missed around the letters. Coach Franklin Deloach, East Coweta High School, coaching down at the third base line in his 26th season as the head coach of the Indians. One of the greatest, not just coaches, but one of the greatest people you will ever meet in your life. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball, outside corner, strike 1. I told Greg earlier in the broadcast today, this is my 24th year of broadcasting high school sports, and I will honestly say, I will go on record and say this, I have never went to another visiting school where I've been treated better than going to East Coweta for softball or baseball and Coach Franklin Deloach. You want to talk about a coach who will roll out the red carpet for the visiting team and broadcasters? Franklin Deloach will do that for you. 1-1, hit off the end of the bat, out toward right field, and it's going to get over the head of Jarrett Morris. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. Gibby's going to come in and score easily, and a big turn around third, and coming in to score is going to be Jax Bowles. It looked like Jarrett Morris could not get his foot situated in right field. Like a statue, he just could not get moving. The ball sailed over his head all the way to the fence, and those 2 walks come back and hurt Pike County. They both come in to score, and it's 2-0 East Coweta.
Well, Jarrett's first step was forward. That was a mistake right there.
And then he started backpedaling.
Yeah.
So that's going to go down as a double and 2 RBIs off the bat of Chester, as now the DH Hagan Clifton will come in and bat. Right on right matchup, runner at second, 2 outs in the top of the first. Greg told you, walks will kill you. First pitch on the way, fastball laced over to short, out of the reach of the diving Ivester. Turn around third, throw to the plate is going to be not in time, and sliding in and scoring is going to be Aiden Chester. So an RBI single on a bang-bang play at home plate. And it's quickly 3-0 East Coweta. That ball was not hit very deep in the left field. Sawyer Selman came up with it before Chester made it to third base. I thought he was going to be thrown out by a mile at home.
Yeah, I did too.
But he turned on the wheels once he touched that third base bag and came in to score the 3rd run for the Indians.
Sawyer's still nursing that right arm, though. Have you noticed?
Yeah,
he hadn't pitched at all this year.
Yep.
And he's going through therapy right now as well.
So the Indians have scored 3 runs on 2 outs as Dylan Weems will dig into the box. First pitch to him is in the dirt, and MT Moody can't get it. It rolls around under the feet of Dylan Weems, and that will allow Hagan Clifton to go from first to second. 3 runs on 2 outs for East Coweta. Runner at second now. Dylan Weems, the left fielder, the 7th man to come and bat in the inning for the Indians. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Curveball ripped toward short. Ivester's got it, and he will put it away for out number 3. But East Coweta able to take advantage of a couple of walks. They score 3 in the inning. They get them all with 2 outs. We have played in half inning of play. East Coweta 3, Pike County coming up when we come back.
Listen up, Braves fans. Braves Vision is your new TV home of the Atlanta Braves, and catching every pitch is easier than ever. Watch Braves Vision through your current cable or satellite provider, or stream games on Braves Vision with the Braves.TV subscription. That means streaming from anywhere on any device with no local blackouts. Check out all your options at Braves.com/watch. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Today's coverage of Pike County Baseball is being presented in part by Southern Cross Company. Southern Cross builds luxury gunite pools, spas, and outdoor living spaces, including pool houses, pavilions, pergolas, outdoor kitchens, pavers, and retaining walls. They can even help with your landscaping. They're a turnkey company starting with design all the way to completion. Visit southerncrossga.com to see all of the services they offer and to read real customer reviews. Going to the bottom of the first inning, it's 3-0 East Coweta on top of the Pike County Pirates. Let's tell you how. The Pike County Pirates will come to the plate and bat here in the first inning. MT Moody, the catcher, will lead it off, followed by the left fielder Sawyer Selman and the third baseman Walker Stiltner. 4, 5, and 6 is Cooper Brown, Max Harris, and Jarrett Morris. Bottom third of the order, Daniel Jones, Lyric Scott, and Kobe Ivester. Defensively for East Coweta, Dylan Weems is in left, Lathan Gibby in center, Aiden Chester is in right. Across the infield, Hudson Harrison's at third, Hunter Beedenbow is at short, Robert East is at second, Jax Bowles is over at first base, Jacob Gonzalez is behind the plate, and doing the pitching today is Adam Liverman, a righty, just like Pike County starting pitcher. Also, thought he wore 14, that's 34. I'm having eye surgery Thursday, Chris, so hopefully that'll help me out. So.
Are they going to sew him shut?
Well, no. That would be the dentist. Wife would beg to sew it shut. But if they sewed my mouth shut, I wouldn't be able to make a living. Just think all my teachers told me I talk too much. That's true. That's true, Greg.
Yeah, I got to keep this thing running over here.
We definitely ain't in it for the looks, are we?
No, not at all. Got a face for radio, as Coach Parrott said about me.
Well, Coach Barrett is an honest man. He won't tell any lies.
Very transparent.
Bottom of the first inning. Here come the Pirates. MT Moody, the catcher, going to lead it off. Right on right matchup facing Adam Liverman. And here's the first pitch. Here's a good fastball taken at the knees. And that's strike one. MT Moody, Sawyer Selman, Walker Stiltner. First three due up for the Pirates. Trying to get back to 500 on the season. 11-12 overall. Here comes the 0-1. That drops in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Good breaking ball there from Liverman. And he's quickly ahead 0-2 on the Pirate leadoff batter, MT Moody, who now has his feet over the paint.
That's
real close to the plate.
That's what I was fixing to say. He is really crowding the plate today.
0-2 is a little low and outside, and it's 1-2.
Liverman just rocking back and forth on the mound.
Got to get in a groove. I like it. Working on the far right of the rubber. Here's the 1-2. Grounded, left side, base hit for MT Moody. Able to turn on a 1-2 fastball, and he sends it right between the gap between short and third. And the Pirates have their leadoff man on. A leadoff single for Moody. And a good start for Pike County here in the bottom of the first, and it'll bring up the left fielder Sawyer Selman. First left-handed batter for the Pirates. 3-0. We're just underway in the bottom of the first inning. Again, East Coweta scored 3 runs with 2 outs.
You know, I'd venture to say that 70% of our opponent's runs have come with 2 outs.
It certainly has been a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, you are correct there.
First pitch on the way. Grounded over to second. Could be 2. Picked up. Throw to second for 1, and that's all they're going to get. Robert East. Slow roller over to second. Able to field and quickly throw to the shortstop, Beadenbow. And it'll go down as a 4-6 fielder's choice. And that's the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. Well, you say 70% of the runs, Greg, have been given up with 2 outs. What would you say the percentage of those runs came from walks or hit batters?
Man.
80%.
Just about every walk that's come across, that's gone to first, has come home. It certainly feels like it.
So here comes Walker Stiltner with 1 out and a runner at first. Close play over at first. Sawyer Selman just did get back with a head-first dive.
If we could reduce our walks to only maybe 3 or 4 a game, we could win. But we've had 8 and 9.
Hit and run is on, and ball is popped up, foul down the third base line, and it will even the count at 1-1.
Well, you know, the last game here, Morgan County, you know, really there was 1 bad inning. It was the first inning. There were 16 runs scored, but there were 10 walks that inning. And then I guess game 2, you saw it over there in Morgan County, Greg, and I think there were 8 walks in the 13-run inning that they had that game.
It was.
You take away those 2 innings and all those walks, it's a close ball game, close series.
Another pickoff throw to first, and this time the ball's in the dirt. A good pickup by Bowles, the Indians' first baseman. We're in the bottom of the first, 3-0 East Coweta. Pirates are at the plate batting for the first time. 1 out, runner on first. Walker Stiltner's at the plate. And another pickoff attempt to first. Boy, they are keeping Selman close in check. Again, Selman reached on the fielder's choice. Slow roller to second. 0-1 count to Stiltner, right on right matchup. Here's the pitch. This one is laced and just fouled down the third base line. Stiltner turned on it, hit it hard, but just before it got to the bag, it hooked right in front of Coach Blake Parrott, who's standing down in the third base box for Pike County. Well, close to the third base box.
First time I've seen all year with Blake with the number on his back.
The 0-2 pitch is popped up, foul territory, and it's going to get out of play. Is that the first time that Blake has wore that jersey this year? I know it's not the first time the team has worn it, but I don't recall seeing Blake in that jersey this season.
First time
all year. That's the first time he's worn a number.
What number is it? I didn't even
25.
notice.
25.
Okay.
He was issued 25 as a freshman here.
Mm-hmm.
Had it here and through college and back here again.
There you go. 0-2 count to Stiltner. Another snap throw back to first, and ball just about got away from Jax Bowles. Something tells me he did not have to persuade any of the players or coaches or anybody to get his number.
No.
I guess he could choose when you're the head of the program. Hey, that's mine. 0-2 to Stiltner. In the dirt, there's ball 1.
Well, when he come here, I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago, He got his number back, 25. That's what he's had his whole life.
As an assistant coach under Hansen, he got 25.
Yeah.
1-2 check swing, and Stiltner did not go, and counts even at 2-2. Beautiful day for some baseball.
I mean, just nippy enough to feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. Here's the 2-2, runner goes, foul down the first base line. A little cue ball shot right off the end of the bat, and that ball just rolled foul. Yeah, it's just cool enough. Greg's got a hoodie on. I've got on shorts.
I brought my jacket.
Yeah, I got my hoodie with me. It's one of those just in case. I think if the sun would come out, it'd be a little bit better, but it's an overcast day. Lights are on, but we'll take it. Love some matinee baseball.
They had a hit and run on that time. Sawyer had made it to second by the time the ball quit spinning in between the catchers at home plate and first base.
And now he's going to call time as Adam Liverman, the East Coweta pitcher, was taking a little too long to get his sign from his catcher. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on first. Bottom of the first. Liverman, another snap throw. And once again, with a head-first dive is Sawyer Selman. I'm sure he's probably tired of sliding into the bag at first right now.
Are they punishing him for getting 2 flyouts out in left field at the top of the first?
Another 2-2, and it's fouled out of play. A brand-new white pearl thrown in there. That thing is shining. It was. Now it's got a big scuff mark and mud on it.
Liverman comes across as hittable. He's got – looks like he's maybe throwing low mid-80s.
Well, the first 2 guys, Moody and Selman, both have made contact. MT Moody had the single. Selman had the hard grounder over to second. And Stiltner's putting up a good fight. Another 2-2, runner goes. This one chopped to short. Going to be a tough play on 2 hops. Picked up, throw to first is not in time. Hunter Biedenbow, the shortstop from East Coweta, was shaded over toward the bag at second, had a charge over toward the gap at third, got the ball on a high hop, and made a close play at first. That could have went either way. Heck of a play by Biedenbow, but Stiltner beats it out for the infield single. Second hit of the inning for the Pirates, who now have runners at first and second.
A lot of soft contact by these Pirates. They're getting the ball in play.
Here's Cooper Brown.
I think I saw Greg over there giving the bunt sign.
Do you get sushi for a bunt, Greg?
Home runs only.
Home runs only. Okay.
Has Jarrett cashed in that sushi yet?
Not yet. I said, let me know when you're going to go, and we'll go.
You a sushi guy, Chris?
Oh, I love it.
Really?
I love it. I could eat it every breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Wow. I didn't realize you were that fond of the raw fish.
Yes. Good for you, Chad.
Cooper Brown is at the plate. We're in the bottom of the first inning. It's 3-0 East Coweta.
They're still picking on Sawyer. He just tried to pick him off out at second.
Pike with runners at first and second. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled off, and there's strike 1. That was
No
up
bunt.
around the letters. No bunt.
No bunt.
Yeah, and it'll bring the count to 0-1 to Cooper Brown, the Pirate cleanup man, playing first base here today, representing the tying run at the plate. And here we go, Chris. The umpire
Already on him? Yep.
had a ball laying loose in the
He was on it.
over here in the warning track area behind home plate.
Man, Brock sniffed that out quick. That ball didn't even have a chance to get loose out there before Brock was all over it.
He gives a whole new meaning to ball dog. Woof, woof.
He'll keep you tidy. I'd imagine his house is spick and span clean.
Not a piece of dirt anywhere. 0-1 count to Cooper Brown. Right on right matchup. A spin move, throw back to second.
Come on,
And
Sawyer.
Selman's back. Selman's just going to stand on the bag. He's like, I've had enough of this. It was 7 pickoff attempts when Selman was at first base. That's already the second now that he's at second base. And he's about 4 feet off the bag. Here's the 0-1. That one drops in for a waist-high strike, and it's 0-2. That's one thing I never had to worry about when I was on base. Pitchers knew I wasn't a threat. I was not running.
Yeah, you probably took one step off the base and stood there.
I'm like, I'm good.
They didn't courtesy run for you or
I
pinch
don't
run?
think we had that back when I played. I really don't think we did. 0-2 count. Brown chokes up on the bat, and guess what happened? Liverman spins around and steps off the rubber to tell Selman to get back on the base.
Man, I think he's aggravating on the mound. He works his rear end off, but just aggravating. Not a lot of stuff. Just
here's the 0-2. This one's hit out towards straightaway center, and diving and making the catch is Lathan Gibby. Shallow center field. Gibby came charging in, lays out head first, and steals a base hit away from Cooper Brown for the second out of the inning. What a play by Lathan Gibby of East Coweta.
I'm glad to see Cooper Brown get good aluminum on that ball.
Yeah, good line drive. That was the hardest hit ball so far for this squad.
So 2 outs, and here's the Pike County pitcher, Max Harris. He's at the plate with runners at first and second. 2 down in the bottom of the first, and now he will call time.
It's a game of cat and mouse right here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It really is, yeah.
I'm thinking Sawyer needs about 3 more pickoff moves back there towards him.
First pitch on the way to Harris is just below the knees for ball 1. I'm just waiting to see if Sawyer gets over to third, how many pickoff attempts will be made over there. So far, he has drawn 10 engagements from the pitcher of East Coweta. Here's the 1-0. This one lined and just fouled down the third base line over the head of the third baseman Hudson Harrison, and then hooked just to the left of the paint. That's twice we've seen the Pirates get out in front of a fastball and line it just foul down that third base line. 1-1 count now to Harris. You know he'd love to help himself here, at least get one of these runs back. And a pickoff attempt back to second.
Yep. Didn't see that coming.
Not at all. I just want to know what it is about Sawyer Selman.
They don't catch the ball out in left field, I guess.
He caught 2 in left in the first inning.
You know that the flag out in dead center is the breeze has it blowing in a little bit, which is odd here at the Jack.
1-1 just about hit Harris with a fastball on his leg. I mean, barely missed him. I think I would have had to take one for the team on that one.
Yeah, he's pitching, guys.
Brings the count to 2-1. Runners on first and second for the Pirates in the bottom of the first. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Harris. Foul tipped to the backstop, and it's 2-2. You know, you're talking about center field. We've got a batter's eye out there, and it's just a solid black batter's eye. That would be a really good spot for like a video board or something. Or just something out there.
Well, then it wouldn't be a batter's eye.
Well, I mean, you could put a video board on top of it.
Yeah, maybe. So, yeah.
Something. 2-2. Spin around and a look to Selman, and this time not even a throw to second base. I don't know, like a Childress and Justice batter's eye out there, a big picture of Chris Justice, like looking in.
Chris
Justice, my God, Chris Childress. Ain't that your name? I don't know. Chris Justice, though, has a ring to it.
No, Landon, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
A big picture of Chris Childress with like some binoculars looking in.
Don't need that.
And saying, you got a wreck, I got a check.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I like it, Greg. 2-2 to Harris. Chopper. Got to be tough. Back to the mound. Barehanded by the pitcher. Throw to first is just in time. What a play by Adam Liverman. Able to come off the hill and fire a strike to first and throw out Harris. So the Indians able to hold the Pirates scoreless. And Pike County will strand 2 in the bottom of the first inning. We have played 1. It is 3-0. East Coweta on top early here at the Jack in Zebulon.
Dedication, compassion, and integrity. We've got the experience and expertise. When you need some help and you feel like there's nowhere to go, you can count on us for everything you need to know. The Sellers Law Firm, where clients become family.
Roofing, gutters, concrete, fencing, siding, and painting. That's just a sample of the services offered by Advanced Roofing and Interiors. Advanced Roofing and Interiors is also a Master Elite certified company. Only 2% of all roofing companies in the U.S. can say that. They also offer the best warranties in the business. 25 years on labor, 50-year manufacturer warranties. If you need work done around your home, office, or church, go with the best. Advanced Roofing and Interiors.
Welcome back to the Jack in Zebulon. right here at Pike County High School. K13 Media live coverage of Pirate baseball. Hey, look, you just heard that ad about Advanced Roofing and Interiors. While we have a moment, we want to say big congratulations to Thomas Boswell, owner of Advanced Roofing and Interiors. This past week, he was named the Lamar County Chamber of Commerce Businessman of the Year for 2026. So big shout out to Thomas Boswell, the entire crew at Advanced Roofing and Interiors. Of course, they're the proud partners of our Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth. But how about that?
Man. Businessman
of the Year for the Lamar County Chamber of Commerce.
That man has a testimony, has a good story, is a heck of a businessman. I couldn't be any more proud of Thomas Boswell and his achievements in life.
That is awesome. So, Thomas, from all of us at K13 Media, congratulations. Well deserved, sir. Yeah, we appreciate all of your support over the years with K13 Media as we go to the top of inning number 2, 3-0 East Coweta. 8-9-1 spot due up for the Indians. First pitch fastball upstairs to the second baseman, Robert East. It'll be Robert East, Hudson Harrison, and then back to the top of the order with Hunter Biedenbow. Facing Max Harris in his second inning of work. Got work out of the stretch with nobody on, nobody out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Missed high again, and it's quickly 2-0.
Now the flags are blowing dead right.
Of course, they are for a left-handed batter.
Yeah.
You can get a hold of one, put one up in the air. You may have a chance to get a little help with the wind down that right field line. Here's the 2-0. Or you could just take a easy walk. Boy, Harris has missed all 3 pitches upstairs with 3 fastballs.
I just wonder how long Coach Parrott is going to let him go with walk after walk.
Yeah, that's not gonna help. Here's the 3-0, and that's not even close. That's the worst one. That was above the head of the batter, the umpire, and the catcher. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Robert East. That is the 3rd walk issued by Max Harris, and it'll put the leadoff man on in the top of the second inning. And it brings up the third baseman, Hudson Harrison, wearing number 5, batting 9th in the lineup. Be ready down there on the corner if you're Walker Stiltner.
Braden Stevens is headed down to the bullpen.
Harris in the stretch, runner at first. He'll throw over that way. And Robert East is back with an easy dive back to the bag. Let's see if we try to get him out 19 times. Good crowd here with us today, especially for the East Coweta side. They've traveled well here. First pitch, bunt shown, popped up. MT Moody had it in his glove, and it popped out.
Went for a lack of effort. MT jumped up and just hightailed it towards the first base dugout. Took about 4 steps and leaped. Ball landed in just the palm of his glove, and as he tried to squeeze it, it just squeezed it right back out onto the grass. So close.
As he hit the turf, that's when it popped out of his glove. Heck of an effort by MT. Just about made a spectacular play. 0-1 count, bunt shown again. This one back to the pitcher. Harris on 2 hops has it. Easy throw to first and plenty of time. So a good sacrifice bunt by Harrison. That'll move the runner down to second. 1-3 on the putout. And we're back to the top of the order. And this is Hunter Biedenbow, the shortstop for East Coweta. He lined out to Sawyer Selman in left field to lead off the ball game. 3-0 East Coweta. We're in the top of the second inning. East Coweta got all 3 runs in their first at bat with 2 outs. 2 of those 3 runs were walks given up by Harris. First pitch on the way to Biedenbow is a good off-speed pitch right at the knees. Goodness gracious, where did that miss? It dropped like an Easter egg out of a helicopter. And there's ball 1. Runner on second, 1 out for the Indians in the top of the second. They're at the top of the order. Here's Harris out of the stretch. This was pop foul, right field line, and going to get out of play to even the count at 1-1. Great to have you on the broadcast with us. To my right, Greg Parrott. To my left, Chris Childress. High above us, PA announcer is Michael Moody. I'm Chad Feltman with K13 Media. We're live today inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth right behind home plate.
Best seats in the house.
Yes, sir. Here's the 1-1. This one lined on 2 hops over towards second, and a good play over at second base by Daniel Jones. Boy, that ball was hit hard, and it was going right for his teeth. And he just did get his glove up in time. That ball hit the grass, and it skipped like a rock on a summer Saturday afternoon at the lake. I mean, it just skid right across that grass and almost right into the teeth of Jones. But he's able to get it over the first in time, and that's the second out of the inning, and it'll bring up the center fielder, Lathan Gibby.
We can't let him get on.
No,
He scored the first run of the game.
He's a dancer.
Is he a tiny dancer?
I just know that his last time on bases, man, he was aggravating out there on those base paths and just could not get out of Max Harris's head.
First pitch missed outside to him. It's 1-0. So 2 down and a runner at third. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter, Lathan Gibby.
He walked the first time up.
1-0 hit off the fist, shallow center. This is going to be trouble, and it's going to fall right in front of Lyric Scott.
I thought he had a chance to catch that. He pulled up.
As fast as Lyric is, too, you would think that he would have come in stronger.
I'm with you, Greg. He was flying in on it and just gave up.
Yeah.
Didn't dive, didn't do anything. Just let it fall right at his feet. It was that close. It almost hit his shoestrings.
He could have.
That was a catchable ball.
He would catch it.
That was a catchable ball. There's no doubt about it. At least an attempt to make the catch.
Yeah, he underestimated his natural ability.
So that will be another 2-out run for East Coweta. It's an RBI single by Gibby, who is now at first base. It's 4-0. Indians, top of the second inning. And it brings up the first baseman, Jax Bowles. First pitch to him is outside in the dirt. Good block by M.T. Moody. Well, one thing so far, M.T. Moody has been very busy behind the plate for the Pirates. He has already made 3 or 4 really good stops to prevent the East Coweta runners from advancing. Jax Bowles batting third in the lineup for the Indians. He walked his first time up. He came around to score one of those 3 runs. Another pickoff attempt back to first. Indians and the Pirates here today. Both teams in action tomorrow. Pike County going to be in Macon to take on Rutland. Here's the pitch. Hit out toward left, and it's going to be caught over toward the line. Another good catch by Sawyer Selman, and that will do it for East Coweta in the top of the second inning. But they're able to score a run. A 2-out RBI single by Lathan Gibby extends the Indians' lead. It is now 4-0 East Coweta as we go to the bottom of inning number 2 in Zebulon.
Top-rate electrical repair and installation can make all the difference in your home or business. That's why you need the best in the business, Enlightening Electric. They're available 24/7, licensed, insured, and bonded, and provide the very best electrical services. See for yourself. Just one click to enlighteningelectric.com will show all the services they offer. Free estimates are also available. Experience and expertise. It's not just electric, it's Enlightening Electric.
Heading to the bottom of the second inning. It's 4-0 East Coweta. Glad to have you on the broadcast. I'm Chad Feltman with K13 Media. To my right, Greg Parrott. To my left, Mr. Chris Childress of Childress and Justice, but also Mr. Chris Childress, who is running for county commissioner here in the Pike County area. Been seeing your signs all around town. Been seeing the trailer you got hooked up to the truck.
Yeah.
It's getting close, man. It's
May 19th.
It's really here now, isn't it?
Yeah, May 19th. We're about a month out, and I'm glad. I'm happy. I've got folks reaching out to me. I'll be speaking in front of the Kiwanis on the 21st of April, and then be at Farm Bureau, speaking to Farm Bureau on May the 8th. Also got a commissioner VIP section, if you will, if you want to call it that, over there at the rodeo at Chestnut Oak at May 8th and May 9th.
I think you should be on a bull.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need to get on a bull.
I think you need to have a Childress Commissioner banner, and you need to be on a bull at the rodeo.
There will be a banner up there, but
holding the banner while you're on the bull.
I'm not going to be on the bull.
Come on.
Not going to be on the bull.
Man,
yeah.
I'd vote for a county commissioner who rode a bull. That'd be the only bull I'd want from a county commissioner.
That's exactly right. No bull for me. No bull for me.
May 19th, get out and vote. Our buddy Chris Childress running for commissioner, District Number 2 here in Pike County. Glad to have him on the broadcast here today. And It's just good to see you, man. It's been a while.
Man,
I thought you were mad at me. I texted you a couple of times, never got a reply. And I'm like, what'd I do to piss this guy off, Greg? Because normally Chris will come back and he'd be like, hey, shut up, leave me alone, don't talk to me, go run out in front of a bus. I didn't get anything.
I wouldn't do any of that. I would never say anything like that, Chad, ever. You're Chad, right? I forgot your name for a second.
Jarrett Morris leading off in the bottom of the second inning, takes a ball outside.
I've been really busy.
I understand.
I mean, man, between the firm is doing really well and
that's
campaigning.
good.
I've been out meeting a lot of folks, so I've been keeping myself busy. And Jenny's playing softball, and Ty just finished up his JV season. Mason's been doing Cub Scouts. So, man, I just could not be more blessed. But I promise next time you text me, you're the only person I'm not responding back to for some reason.
Gee, thanks. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Make it 3-0.
I'd respond back to Greg. Maybe just contact Greg.
Right.
Greg, get in touch with me.
I almost sent Michael Penn a text message and said, man, will you text Chris just to see if he's mad at me? I almost did. Then I said, screw it. It'll be all right.
I'm glad I get to your feelings like that, man. I love you too, buddy.
So that's why, as the 3-0 pitch is taken for a strike, that's why I tried to invite Chris to lunch today, just to see if he was mad, to see if he was going to talk to me, show up, stand me up. At least he did text back. So.
Yeah, to invite me to a closed restaurant.
3-1 off the inside corner. And the count's now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jarrett Morris. To my defense, I did not know that Ruth's Restaurant in Zebulon was closed on Mondays. I do now. I didn't know it.
God,
Full count. Here comes the pitch to Morris. Swing and a miss. From 3-0 to a strikeout. A good battle by Adam Liverman. He blew that fastball right by him on the inside corner. There's the first out in the bottom of the second. That is the first strikeout of the ball game for Adam Liverman, the pitcher for East Coweta. So nobody on, 1 out, and it'll bring up Daniel Jones, second baseman for the Pirates. He'll take a first pitch ball upstairs.
He is probably one of the best contact hitters we have.
Daniel?
Yeah.
Well, he just about took contact on a line drive at second base last inning.
Yeah, him and MT Moody.
Well, this one just hit him. Speaking of contact, oh, man, got him right on the shin on his left leg. Ooh, and look at him kicking that leg up like a bucking horse going down the first base line. You know when they say don't walk behind a horse? That looked like it, Ryan, right there.
He's still struggling over at first
that
base.
got him right on the shin on his left leg, and he is still hobbling down there. We may have to bring some attention to that. Man, he is hurt.
He took a flush ball right off the shin.
Tough break for Daniel Jones. He's going to try to walk it off down the first base line and see if he can shake it. Man, I don't know, guys. He is.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to have to be bad for that boy to come out because he's a gamer.
Well, by the look on his face right now and the way he's moving his head back and forth, I mean, he is limping pretty good from the grass, trying to walk back to the bag at first base. Daniel Jones, with 1 out, gets hit in the leg with a fastball right on the shin.
All right, he's into a trot now.
Well, look, while we have a moment, I'm glad to know you don't hate me.
No, never.
Because I brought you a gift today. I brought Greg Parrott a gift earlier.
Uh-oh.
By the way, I brought him gift cards to Buckner's Family Restaurant.
Okay.
So I got that, and I brought you a box.
I got it's a Georgia Pacific blue box.
It's a toilet paper box.
It's a toilet paper box. Look, it recharges.
Uh-huh.
That's wonderful. Thanks, Chad.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So I got you a box.
Now, let's see what's in here.
Take a look in there real quick while I'll tell you about Lyric Scott.
Man, check that baseball hat.
Lyric shows bunt right back to the pitcher. Throw to first is going to be in time. Runner will advance to second, so it's going to be a 1-3, a sack bunt by Lyric Scott. That will get Daniel Jones down to second, and it will put a runner in scoring position. So a perfect bunt by Lyric will put a runner at second for Kobe Ivester.
God, I'm going to have to make you feel like you're mad at me more often. I've got a whole swag bag of stuff over here from the Braves. Andrew Jones bobblehead, a hat, a shirt, a towel. Man, what is this right here?
You owe him some lunches, boy.
Here's Kobe Ivester. First pitch on the way. Is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Opening day 2026 racetrack.
Rally towel.
Rally towel. Let's go. Good job, Chad. Yeah, buddy. I'm try to text me next week. Let's see if I can get back to you. I appreciate
2 down
that.
runner at second. Here's the 0-1 to Ivester. Upstairs in his eyes, and it's 1-1.
Really nice of you, buddy.
I had all that packed, and I was getting ready to bring it, and then I said, well, Chris hasn't texted me back in like 4 days.
So you just started adding more stuff to the box?
No, I was getting ready to take the box and put it back in my truck. I'm like, this dude is mad at me? He don't like me?
At least I didn't take your hat this year.
That's true.
Yeah, I think
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. I took his Friday night Braves hat.
3 hats last year. Yeah, you took a bunch of them.
Well, I took
Carolina.
that. You hit me up and said, "Man, do you have my hat?" Because it's the hat he always wears, I guess, on Fridays or whenever it was.
Here's the 1-1. Fastball missed outside, and it's 2-1 to Kobe Ivester.
He told me that I could hat Greg. He said, "Hey, man, I got some hats in the back of my truck if you want to grab them when you leave the football game." I opened up the back door. There were hats. I grabbed all the hats. All of them.
I guess my sweat rings and my hats didn't
Yeah.
give off anything that they're mine. Here's the 2-1. Ivester, shallow fly ball in the left field, and coming on and making a sliding catch is Dylan Weems. That ball was just about down for what would have been an RBI base hit, but Dylan Weems, the left fielder for East Coweta, charges in and makes the catch in shallow left for the 3rd out. Once again, the Pirates get runners on, but they are stranded. We are through 2 here at the Jack, and it is 4-0 East Coweta on top.
Listen up, Braves fans. Braves Vision is your new TV home of the Atlanta Braves, and catching every pitch is easier than ever. Watch Braves Vision through your current cable or satellite provider, or stream games on Braves Vision with the Braves.TV subscription. That means streaming from anywhere on any device with no local blackouts. Check out all your options at Braves.com/watch. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Today's coverage of Pirate Baseball is being presented in part by ADCO Landscape Management. Your yard doesn't have to be a chore. From clean cuts to full transformations, commercial or residential, ADCO Landscape Management will make your lawn the best in the neighborhood. Visit ADCO Landscape Management on Facebook today for more information. Your yard will thank you. Again, that is ADCO Landscape Management, locally right here in the Pike County area. Spring is here, and if you just don't feel like doing the work outdoors, Stephen Vassell and his team would be happy to come by, take a look, give you an estimate, and help you out this spring. Top of the 3rd inning, 4-0. East Coweta is on top alongside of Greg Parrott and Chris Childress. I'm Chad Feltman. We're live in the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth right behind home plate. Well, I know you've been bugging me about bobbleheads and stuff for your office.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted to make sure you had a few things to go in there.
Man, the Andrew Jones bobblehead is top notch, man. I've got.
I didn't know if you had that one or not.
I don't. I'm gonna set it up and just put it on the desk with it, or the table with it.
There you go. So we go to the top of the 3rd inning, 4-0 Indians. And leading it off is going to be the catcher, Jacob Gonzalez. So heart of the order coming up for the Indians. It'll be 4, 5, and 6.
This is the sound of the plastic on the Jones bobblehead.
There you go. That's all the styrofoam. Oh, that's pretty nice.
Look at that right there.
There you go.
Andrew.
You hear the little knocking
Jones.
of the head? Andrew Jones.
First pitch on the way, and that's going to hit him in the back with a slow hooking curve. And 1 pitch and another runner on. 3rd straight inning, East Coweta. Excuse me, 2nd straight inning, East Coweta has been able to get the leadoff man on. That is the first batter today that Harris has plunked. And it'll bring up the right fielder, Aiden Chester. He had the big base hit in the top of the 1st with 2 outs. He had the big hit to right field that scored 2 runs. Indians went on to score 3 runs with 2 outs in the top of the 1st inning. Caden Gardner, number 15, will come on and run at first base. So Gardner now the runner at first. We're in the top of the 3rd, 4-0 East Coweta. Max Harris working out of the stretch. First pitch on the way. This one is hit
Foul.
just foul down the first base line. Boy, oh boy. That ball was hit so hard that the umpire barely had time to move. And that was another double just missed by inches down the first base line off the bat of Aiden Chester. He turned on that one and just about snuck it right over the top of the bag at first. Right on left matchup. Here's the 0-1. Outside, runner takes off, throw to second, a one-hopper, and it's going to be off the mark and going to get into center field.
Tough pitch for MT. He was breaking ball off the plate. He had to kind of backhand that ball to come up to fire it at second. Just left to the second base bag, but did the best he can to get it out there to it, not in time.
So a stolen base for the Indians. As a runner at second.
So far, every runner for the Indians that have gotten a free pass has scored, and we have a hit by pitch standing at second.
Here comes the 1-0 to Chester. This one hops the plate about a foot in front of the plate, and it hits the chest protector of MT Moody. Another good block by Moody behind the plate. Top of the third inning, East Coweta, 4-0. Trying to sweep the Pirates in 2026. They beat us back at their place a few weeks ago.
That was a good game. A lot of hits that game.
Here comes the 2-0. Strike outside is 2-1. Yeah, 10-5. The score doesn't really do it justice, because I remember getting the text message updates from Michael Moody throughout the game, and it was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and just finally at the end, EC had one big inning toward the end, ended up winning it. I believe 10-5 was the final, I want to say.
Yeah, I think it was 10-7 on hits. There was 10 hits for East Coweta, 7 for the Pirates, so it was a good game. Usually East Coweta and Pike play good games.
One of the best games I've ever broadcast in my career was last year when Greg and I were in Sharpsburg.
That was a fun game.
Man, that was great. 2-1 count. Harris out of the stretch, and the pitch went outside, and this ball is smashed deep into right center field, all the way off the fence. Here comes Gardner from second. He's going to come in and score. No throw to the plate, and it's going to be an RBI double off the bat of Aiden Chester, already his third RBI of the ball game, his second double. And that ball was all the way into the power alley in right center field, and it's now 5-0 East Coweta. That ball was hit off the end of the bat. Boy, if he could have barreled that one just a little bit more, that one may have been out there in the woods.
Gibby, Bowles, Bowles, Gonzalez, East, all reached by way of a free pass.
And they all scored.
4 runs, 5-0 East Coweta.
So here's Clifton at the plate. Another good block by Moody. May have a play. Throw to third is off the mark, and a great play over at third base by Walker Stiltner. Took that on a short hop, backhanded it in foul territory. If he doesn't get a glove on that, that's another easy run coming in for the Indians. Good play by Stiltner at third. The pitch was a ball to Hagan Clifton, the DH. He had an RBI single his first time up. Trying to pick up another one here in the top of the third. 1-0 missed downstairs, and in is 2-0.
We got to have some strikes thrown on a more regular basis here.
Yeah, 3 walks and a hit batter for Max Harris. And it's 5-0 East Coweta. Here comes the 2-0. This one is lined into left field. That's going to be an RBI base hit. Second RBI single of the day by Clifton. He turned on that one. Roped it into left field, and it's now 6-0 EC. Yeah, now Clifton will stand at first, and it'll bring up the left fielder, Dylan Weems. Weems lined out to Ivester at shortstop his first time up. Still nobody out for East Coweta at the top of the third inning. First pitch to Weems. Down below his knees, and that's ball 1. Dylan Weems made a great catch to end the second inning and take a run away from Pike County. He bats now in the top of the third with nobody out and a runner at first. Indians on top 6-0. Here's the 1-0. Right down the middle, but called a ball. Man, that was set right at the knees, and it's 2-0.
The game that Coach Parrott wears to 2-5. As you bring me the Andrew Jones bobblehead, 25. He was number 25 for the Braves.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be there.
Oh, man, look at that. It's a little match. I'm over here just happy about my.
So you want me to give that to Coach
Bobblehead.
Parrott? Is what you're saying?
No, it's mine.
You're not that nice.
Sorry, this is mine. Coach Parrott has his own jersey.
There you go. Put the bat in there.
Oh no.
Oh, don't break it. Come on.
It comes separate.
2-0 count to Weems. Here's the pitch. Fouled back to the net, and it's 2-1.
We're together.
Of course, Andrew Jones going to be going into the Hall of Fame this year. Finally,
Thank
long
goodness.
overdue. We're going to have another bobblehead night for Andrew Jones with the Braves this year, his Hall of Fame bobblehead. That'll be a very popular one this season.
Yeah.
We just had our first bobblehead of the year last week with Drake Baldwin's Rookie of the Year bobblehead. You should have seen the line. Goodness gracious.
Drake started the season
Man,
off
he
hot,
is
hadn't
hot.
Yeah.
2-1 to Weems. Right back where it came from. Off the glove of Jones at second. And it'll trickle into center field. And that's going to be a base hit for Dylan Weems. That ball went right back through the box. Daniel Jones, the Pike County second baseman, got his glove on it right behind the bag at second base. But even if he feels that, I don't think there's a chance he throws out Weems, who's now at first. And the Indians have runners at first and second. Still nobody out of the top of the third. And it's going to bring up the second baseman, Robert East. He walked his first time up. Another left-handed batter for the Indians, batting 8th in the lineup. Nobody out. Top of the third. Here's Harris with the pitch. Bunt shown way up top, and that bunt comes off the bat and catches M.T. Moody in a spot where, let's just say, the sun is not shining today or any day for a catcher. Coach Parrott's coming out to have a word with him.
Coach Parrott's been in that position before.
I was about to say, if anybody can relate, Blake Parrott, the head coach for Pike County, understands what it's like to take a foul tip on a bunt in a not-so-wanted area.
The batter for East Coweta right now, Robert East, his dad played for Griffin High School, and his dad now is the athletic director for East Coweta.
How about that?
I
Okay.
see him sitting up in the stands.
Okay.
Old Griffin Bear. That sounds like that was before Spalding High School ever existed, and it was just Griffin High.
Yep.
M.T. Moody's okay. He's going to stay in the ball game. Well, I say he's okay. Let's just say he stayed in the ball game.
He stayed in the ball game.
Don't know if he's okay. Man, oh man, that's tough.
Yeah, that
I
was
mean, it just one of those
right behind.
tips, just a nick off the bat, you know. And
MT was standing up as the ball was being fouled back down into him, and
it was a high pitch
yeah,
that Robert East was trying to bunt. It was up in his eyes, and like Chris said, M.T. Moody, the catcher for the Pirates, was standing when the foul tip came back down. Bunt shown again, pulled back, and the pitch swung on and fouled off down the left field line for strike two. Big shout out to the East Coweta fans here with us today. They have packed the stands to our left. Pike County fans to our right here today. Again, Pike County on spring break. I'm assuming East Coweta is as well. But a good crowd. Indians always travel well, no matter what sport they play.
They can be here in 45 minutes. So.
Oh, yeah. Easy drive out Highway 16. 2 strikes on Robert East. He shows bunt again. This ball so high that the catcher, M.T. Moody, had to jump in order to chase it upstairs. There's high, and then there's Willie Nelson high. And that one was up there.
Up in smoke.
Yes, sir. 1-2 count to Robert East, who's batting 8th for the Indians. He'll show bunt again, pulls back, and another one fouled off at the plate.
man, the way Cooper Brown is running way up the line with East showing bunt, and for him to pull back and just kind of hit the ball, if he pulls that on to Cooper, he is not going to have any time.
You better have a glove up, ready to go.
Wow.
East Coweta has runners at first and second. There's nobody out. We're in the top of the third. They've already had 2 runs come across. And this battle between Max Harris and Robert East continues. Another 1-2. Popped up behind home plate and over our head. Right over the top of the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth. And we'll see another 1-2.
I think he's just doing that, showing a bunt to distract the pitcher as much as he can.
Yeah, I highly doubt he's going to bunt with 2 strikes. I've seen stranger things, but just don't think it's happened. And for Cooper Brown, the Pike County first baseman, he's really hoping that he swings and misses. Brown's already at the grass. Now look at him come charging in. He is halfway to home. Here's the pitch in the dirt. M.T. Moody with another great stop behind home plate.
MT's okay.
And that is the 5th ball he has had a stop today. And it has been a challenging day for MT behind the plate. He was the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Robert East, the East Coweta second baseman. Harris out of the stretch. Here he comes with the 2-2. Popped up again, out of play. And behind us, good battle going on. Max Harris, the Pike County pitcher. Robert East, the left-handed batter for the Indians at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. East Coweta with runners at first and second in the top of the 3rd inning. They have already scored twice. Harris trying to get the first out of the inning.
So we got Owen Cortez and Braden Stevens going down to the bullpen now.
2-2 missed way high again. MT Moody, the catcher, had a jump. You know you're missing high when the catcher has to leave his feet. And the count's now full 3-2. Arms are warming up for the Pirates down in the bullpen. Non-region game today for both teams. Full count. Harris out of the stretch, looking in. Here comes the payoff, and check swing. Did he go? Throw to third is going to be in time, but the tag was missed. Oh, my goodness. If I'm Walker Stiltner, I'm asking for help from the home plate umpire. The ball was on time. A strike from MT Moody down to third base. But the umpire behind the pitcher's mound made the call.
Looked like a pretty good tag on the feet.
Wow. Pirates may have just got hosed on that one. It is going to go down as a strikeout, so at least to get the first out of the inning. And for Max Harris, that is his first strikeout of the ballgame. Well, it's one of those times you wish you had instant replay in high school baseball. What a throw by Moody. I mean, that ball was right on the money. Stiltner with a perfect tag down there at third, but stolen base. And now runners at second and third for the Indians.
Looks like number 40 is going to come in now and hit for Hudson Harrison.
That is going to be David Gillen, left-handed batter. He bats left. 1 down to the top of the 3rd. First pitch on the way to him. He is in there for a strike. Gillen didn't like the call. Throws his head back, mouth wide open. Kind of look like Childress in the courtroom, mouth wide open. That's a Chris Childress courtroom look if I've ever seen one.
Mouth wide open.
Uh-huh. Here comes the 0-1. Outside for a ball. Of course, mouth wide open after a Childress win in the courtroom. Like, let's go, because all we do is win.
We have been blessed to be successful. Know when to talk, too, so I'm going to just keep it to myself right now, Chad.
That's fine. I'll brag on you. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball missed high and outside. It's 2-1. Look, man, I don't associate with losers. I don't do it.
Yeah, nor do I, and that's what I like a lot about you. That's why I've been hanging out with Greg for such a long time now, too.
Exactly.
All right.
We're still on the high pitches, huh?
2-1 count. Infield is in for the Pirates. Here's the pitch from Harris. Fastball called a strike outside to even the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third for East Coweta. The right-hander, Max Harris, on the mound. The left-hander, David Gillen, the pinch hitter at the plate. Infield in for the Pirates.
Give him a slider right here.
Harris is ready. Here's the 2-2. Missed upstairs, and it's full 3-2. Like he went with a curveball, and that one was just way high and outside, and the count's full again.
Yeah, he just wasn't getting over the top of it. He started but wouldn't finish it and snap.
This may be the last batter that Harris faces. Number 9 in the lineup. This will be his second time through the East Coweta lineup. Full count. Harris ready, the 3-2. This was fouled off at the plate.
He got around on that one. That was a good curveball that time.
Yeah, kept it low. Started at the knees and broke around the ankles. And Gillen fouled it off to stay alive.
Chad, did you not eat Greg's swamp soup?
I didn't get any.
The last time I brought it.
Last time you brought it.
I didn't get any.
You did get some.
No,
Yeah.
I think somebody took off with it. I didn't get any.
It laid here, and stayed here.
Yeah.
And you didn't need it, so I gave it to the lady in there.
That's why I didn't eat it.
Oh.
3-2. Here it comes from Harris. Right back where it came from,
Wow.
off the glove of Harris, and it's going to get into center field. 1 run's going to come in and score. 2 runs will come in and score. A line drive right back through the box. Some bad luck from Max Harris as it skipped right off his glove. And instead of being an easy out, it goes down as a 2-run single off the bat of David Gillen, and that's going to make it an 8-0 East Coweta lead, and I believe that is going to be the end of the road for Max Harris. Tough break there for Harris. I mean, that ball hit right off his glove. It would have easily been an out, but instead, it'll go down for a 2-run single. That is the end of the line for Harris. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll give you the line on Max and tell you who the new pitcher is for the Pike County Pirates. Right now, it is 8-0. East Coweta on top as we have our first pitching change of the ball game in the top of the 3rd inning.
Welcome y'all to Buckner's Family Restaurant. Around here, we're nothing fancy, but we are a place where family and friends gather around for some good old Southern joy. Come on over and experience the all-you-can-eat Southern cooking served on one of our Lazy Susan tables. There's something special about enjoying a meal with friends and family. The good times even happen outside our doors as you smile and play games while you wait or pick up a meal for the family from our online ordering and curbside to go. So come on out and bring your family and friends for a true Southern experience at Buckner's Family Restaurant.
Today's coverage of Pike County baseball being presented in part by Pike Pools. Fans, if you're ready to turn your backyard into the ultimate home field advantage, Pike Pools is there for you. They're locally owned and specialize in custom in-ground swimming pool designs and installation, building backyard dreams right here in their community. Stop by their pool store in Zebulon for top quality chemicals, cleaners, accessories, and more to keep your pool game strong. And when you build with Pike Pools, you score big because every pool comes with a 10% discount in their pool store. Visit PikePoolsGA.com and dive into your best summer yet. First pitching change of the ball game for the Pirates. As we are in the top of the 3rd inning, it is 8-0 East Coweta on top, and Chris Childress, a new man on the mound for the Pirates.
You know, this is kind of the stuff that excites me. So this kid would be representing one of the kids that I would have coached his first years of baseball at the rec department. Coming up, Owen Cortese is who this is, righty. About 6 foot tall. His dad's probably 6'4", 6'5", so he's got a ton of room to grow. Sophomore, has a nice fastball, has a good sweeping curveball and a changeup. And again, how exciting this is for me because I'm just now starting to see my kids start coming up and playing at the Jack.
Well, he's going to come in and see the top of the order for East Coweta. The shortstop, Hunter Beatonbow, takes the first pitch, fastball, a little low and outside, and that's ball 1. Beatonbow today is 0 for 2. A pop out to left field and a line out over to second base. Top of the 3rd inning, East Coweta leads 8-0. Runner on first with 1 out. 1-0 is skied, foul territory, out of play down the first base line. Not a lot of room in foul territory down that first base and right field line as the dugout, I guess that's the batting cages down there, all that, the bullpen area. I mean, it is, what, a good 10 feet off the chalk. There is not a lot of room in foul territory down that first base line and right field line. Here comes the 1-1. This one is hit hard in the left. It's going to get down for a base hit. A one-hopper out to Sawyer Selman. And that's the first hit of the ball game for Hunter Beatonbow. A 1-out single. And that'll put runners on first and second with 1 out. So Harris goes 2 1/3 today.
It's a good move by East Coweta. They brought in Hudson Harris, or they brought in Dylan Allen, or Gillian, to bat for Harrison. Harrison has re-entered, and now he's at second base.
There's Lathan Gibby at the plate. First pitch on the way to him. In the dirt, and another good block by M.T. Moody. Lathan Gibby today, a walk and an RBI single. This is his 3rd trip to the plate for the Indians, who will be taking on the Mustangs tomorrow. They got a doubleheader back at home The Ola Mustangs coming to Sharpsburg, 12 o'clock and 2:30 tomorrow at East Coweta High School.
Ola gave Morgan County one of their losses.
Here's the 1-0 downstairs. And it's 2-0. Of course, we will see Ola, last game of our regular season in a couple of weeks. Head coach Mickey Moody, head coach at Ola High School. We will head over that way to wrap up our regular season. I believe that game is on a Friday evening, if I'm not mistaken. 2-0 count to Lathan Gibby with runners at first and second for East Coweta in the top of the third inning. Here comes the pitch in the dirt off the chest protector again of MT Moody. The runners have to hold. Boy, MT has been busy behind the plate today.
He will need an ice bath tonight.
No doubt. That run at first got way off then. He was a third of the way down. May have had a shot at him if he threw over there to Cooper.
3-0 count. And here's the pitch. And that one crosses the plate for a strike to bring the count to 3-1.
I love Greg.
Greg just said the heck with the game.
He just threw the headphones off, grabbed a phone call. He said, Greg. Oh. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Here comes the 3-1 to Gibby.
He's a man.
There's the pitch outside, and there's ball 4, and that'll load the bases. So another walk given up by Pike County pitching. And that's going to load the bases for the first baseman, Jax Bowles. Yeah, no, 1 minute, Greg's over here talking with us. Next thing you know, headsets are laying on the ground. He's over here on the phone, just like, I'm banging a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, Greg.
It's his world, man. We're living in it.
You're exactly right. First baseman, Jax Bowles will come to the plate.
This will be the 9th hitter of the inning.
And again, it's Owen Cortez, the new pitcher for Pike County. 8-0. East Coweta's on top. In the top of the third inning. They've already scored 4 this inning, a chance to really break it open here. First pitch on the way to Bowles. Way outside. And Moody has to slide about 5 feet to his right.
Owen has a really nonchalant delivery. Just
Yeah.
looks really relaxed out there. Like it doesn't stress him out at all that the bases are juiced.
He'll work out of the windup with the bases loaded. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Low and outside, and right now he's really throwing across his body. Right on right matchup, and he is struggling to find the strike zone right now. Got a 2-0 count.
Started the season on JV, got earned a call up this season, halfway through it.
He's behind 2-0. Works out of the wind with the bases loaded, and here's the pitch, and there's ball 3. Just about got the head of Jax Bowles, who now has a 3-0 count. Well, do you give Bowles a green light here? You got the bases loaded with 1 out. You're up 8-0.
Well, welcome back, Greg.
Well, that was my daughter-in-law Marley. So I had
the boss lady.
I had to take that call because she's in Florida at the beach.
Here's the 3-0. He did not have a green light, and it drops in for a strike. What beach is she at?
Panama City.
Nice.
All right.
So she's at the beach.
Twins at the beach?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
One of her teacher friends and her daughter that.
Oh, now I see why Coach Parrott's trying to move that game up.
Makes sense now. All the pieces are starting to come together. He said it was for the kids.
Yeah.
3-1. Fouled away, and it's full 3-2. He had me going. I believed him for a minute. I was like, man, that's a nice gesture, trying to move the game up so the kids can have a few extra days of spring break. All right.
Yeah.
The kids being Carter and Callan. The twins.
Yeah.
Hey, all I'm hearing is Coach Parrott has a house to himself, party at Coach Parrott's house. That's what I heard, right?
I'm sure Marley's listening.
Full count to Bowles. Here comes the wind and the payoff pitch. Fouled off. And we'll do another 3-2. Party at the Parrots. The invitations are already out. Think we get Ruth to cater it for us? Oh, wait, they're not open
closed
today.
today.
Yeah, they're closed today, Chad.
I figured you had some pull there, Chris. I figured you just call Ryan up.
I can probably get Ryan.
3 balls, 2 strikes, another payoff. Here it comes, and there's ball 4, low and inside, and Cortez is going to walk in a run. And that's going to make it 9-0 East Coweta. Another walk for the Pirates pitching. That is back-to-back walks now by Cortez. So he has walked the 2 batters he has come in to see. A run scores, so it's going to be an RBI for Bowles. And that'll make it 9-0 Indians. And the catcher, Jacob Gonzalez, will come up to the plate. He is, let's see today, he is popped out to the left. He was hit by a pitch last time.
He led the inning off.
He did, you're right. First pitch on the way from Cortez, again, way across his body. And it's 1-0, yep. Jacob Gonzalez, the catcher, led the inning off, was hit with the first pitch that was thrown. And now he's batting for the second time. 5 runs across for East Coweta here in the top of the third, and still only 1 out with the bases loaded. Owen Cortez, the pitcher for the Pirates, in the wide. He's ready, and here comes the 1-0. This one's popped foul down the first base line out of play. He was the count of a ball and a strike. Again, tomorrow, Pike County is on the road. They're going down to Macon to take on Rutland High School. I mean, if Blake really wanted to, he could just play all 3 games tomorrow in Macon, and that's a good hour start toward Panama City.
It is. He could probably go down there to Rutland, get all 3 games done in 9 innings. That's what I would do.
And then be on his way to the beach.
Take some frustration out on that Rutland team.
Here comes the 1-1. And that missed outside is 2-1.
Then I'd go down to Panama City, too.
I mean, it's a win-win for everybody, Greg.
Well, Greg, we know you like to get to the beach.
My question is, when is the Parrot Beach House going to become a reality? Come on, Greg. What are you waiting on?
When the Georgia Lottery helps me out.
I guess so. 2-1 count to Gonzalez. Here's the pitch. Fastball in at the knees, and there's ball 3. Well, nowhere to put them. Bases are loaded with 1 out for the Indians. They have already scored 5 runs here in the top of the third. Owen Cortez is the pitcher for Pike County. He has seen 2 batters. He has walked both of them. He's got to be careful here not to walk another one. He'll work out of the wind on a 3-1 count. Here it comes. And this one's hit out towards shallow left. Making the catch is going to be Selman, tagging from third, and coming in to score easily is going to be Hunter Biedenbow. So it's going to be an RBI sac fly off the bat of Gonzalez, the catcher. That'll make it a 10-0 East Coweta lead.
Number 9, Aiden Chester.
And now here comes that man, Chester. Second time today that Gonzalez has flew out to left field. Aiden Chester coming to the plate. 2 for 2 in the ball game. 2 doubles, 3 RBIs.
A good day.
Yep, he's got runners on first and second here with 2 outs in the top of the third inning. Cortez now in the stretch with runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. This one is hit out toward deep right. Down the line. Got to be trouble all the way to the fence. 1 run's going to come in and score. 2 runs are going to come in and score. And this is going to be a triple for Aiden Chester. Aiden Chester now has 5 RBIs in the ballgame. A 2-run triple down the right field line.
That was a punch in the face, wasn't it?
That's about as good as the day gets there. So Aiden Chester makes it 12-0 East Coweta. He now stands at third, and here's Hagan Clifton, who's 2 for 2 in the ball game. 2 singles and 2 RBIs. If you're Clifton, you got to be like, I love this. Every time I come to the plate, there's a runner at third. This is working out pretty good for him. First pitch on the way for Cortez. This one's hit out toward right, slicing toward the line, and over there to make the catch is going to be Jarrett Morris on the run. Tough play for Morris. With the wind blowing that way, he's able to put it away, but not before East Coweta opens up an 8-run top of the third inning against Pike County. We'll go to the bottom of the third. We got to dig out of a big old hole here in Zebulon. Pirates trail East Coweta. It's 12-0 Indians on top.
Ever thought the day would come where you could apply for a mortgage from the comfort of your living room or home office? In as little as 20 minutes, you can apply online with our new online mortgage center. So visit our website and apply today. We're an equal housing lender. First Bank of Pike. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at firstbankofpike.com.
Today's coverage of Pike County Baseball being presented by Express Restrooms. Hosting an outdoor event, Express Sanitation is here to help with their new plastic portable restrooms. Perfect for construction sites, outdoor events, and temporary projects. Designed for comfort and durability, their portable restrooms are delivered clean, maintained regularly, and ready to meet your needs. Depend on Express Sanitation for fast service, reliable rentals, and a commitment to cleanliness you can count on. Visit express-sanitation.com for more information. Once again, alongside of Greg Parrott to my right, Chris Childress to my left. I'm Chad Feltman. We are live today inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth. All right, gentlemen, as we get ready to go to the bottom of the third inning, what do you say we get a little this day in baseball history? Some fun events that took place today in the game of baseball. Did you know it was on this day in 1973 the first official designated hitter happened in Major League Baseball? Either one of you know who the player or who the team was? Want to take a crack at it? 1973.
Would have been American League.
Yep, American League.
New York Yankees.
That's correct. You guys are good so far. Who was it?
73.
73 Yankees, the first player to ever represent as the designated hitter in baseball.
Dave Winfield.
Ron Bloomberg.
Ron.
Facing the Red Sox. That was on this day in 1973.
Who was on the mound? Who did he DH for? You know what I'm saying? Because that would be like, imagine to be that pitcher for the first time. Like, you can't hit. You're the first one.
It don't say who the pitcher was, but he walked with the bases loaded.
How about that?
Fitting for today, right?
Walked with the bases loaded.
I got more for you here as we go through the bottom of the third inning. M.T. Moody is going to lead it off. Yeah, today, 1973, the first designated hitter came to the plate. M.T. Moody's at the plate for the second time today. He'll pop the first pitch up, foul territory, first base line. Tough play and a nice running over-the-shoulder catch by Jax Bowles. We were telling you there is not a lot of room down that first base line in foul territory. Jax Bowles over-the-shoulder catch right in front of the batting cages for the first out in the bottom of the third inning.
I missed the NL not having DH and the AL having DH.
I like the DH rule in both leagues. I don't mind it. I mean, makes it tougher on the pitchers, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Selman sees a first pitch strike. I mean, there is definitely no, well, here comes Chris Childress, the pitcher. You know that's an out.
Oh, no. Greg Maddux was a dog.
But you know the thing about the Braves pitcher, Smoltz, Glavine, Maddux, Avery, those guys could hit pretty well.
That's what I'm
especially
saying.
Tom Glavine.
Yeah.
Glavine was a really good hitting pitcher. I felt confident when Glavine came up that he was going to have a chance.
Made the game so much more fun.
Maddux, yeah, not so much, but
Glavine
was a good hitter.
Glavine was a good hitter.
This one's grounded out over towards second on 3 hops, picked up by East and throws out the fast Sawyer Selman by a step for the second out. And now Walker Stiltner will come to the plate. The Seattle Mariners made their big league debut today in 1977. Still have not been to the World Series.
They're the only team.
That's
right?
never been. Yep.
Never
they
been
were
there.
a game away last year from going to the World Series.
Ken Griffey's
First pitch
ball
to
club.
Stiltner is outside. You think about those teams in the 90s. That's when I grew up watching, Major League Baseball. Ken Griffey, Randy Johnson, Alex Rodriguez, Jay Buhner. Man, Seattle was loaded in the 90s and couldn't do anything with it. There comes the 1-0. There's a strike on the inside corner. He was the count at 1-1. Nobody on, 2 out, bottom of the third. East Coweta on top, 12-0. They scored 8 runs in their last at bat. And now their pitcher, Adam Liverman, trying to get a 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the third. Here comes the 1-1. This one's in the dirt, and it's 2-1.
Well, Seattle did get a football championship this year.
They did? Yep. That's correct. Hard to believe out of all the teams in Major League Baseball, though, they have never been to the World Series. As the 2-1 catches the inside corner with a fastball, and it's 2-2. I was pulling for him last year.
I was,
of course,
too.
a great year Cal Raleigh had, all the home runs, but just could not quite get past the Toronto Blue Jays. Here comes the 2-2 to Stiltner. This one is lifted out towards shallow right center, and coming in and making a running catch is going to be Lathan Gibby. Nice running catch by Gibby. Liverman does deliver the 1-2-3 inning. He shuts down the Pirates in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We'll go to the top of the fourth inning. It is all East Coweta in this one so far. They lead it by a score of 12-0.
Welcome y'all to Buckner's Family Restaurant. Around here, we're nothing fancy, but we are a place where family and friends gather around for some good old Southern joy. Come on over and experience the all-you-can-eat Southern cooking served on one of our Lazy Susan tables. There's something special about enjoying a meal with friends and family. The good times even happen outside our doors as you smile and play games while you wait or pick up a meal for the family from our online ordering and curbside to go. So come on out and bring your family and friends for a true Southern experience at Buckner's Family Restaurant.
Listen up, Braves fans. Braves Vision is your new TV home of the Atlanta Braves. And catching every pitch is easier than ever. Watch Braves Vision through your current cable or satellite provider, or stream games on Braves Vision with the Braves.TV subscription. That means streaming from anywhere on any device with no local blackouts. Check out all your options at Braves.com/watch. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Today's coverage of Pike County Baseball is being presented in part by Henson's Outdoor Services, locally owned lawn care offering mowing, pine straw, and gutter cleaning. They're on time, dependable, and detail-focused. Book today. Your home will thank you. And remember, your lawn's messy. Your gutters, well, they're even worse. Thankfully, Henson's Outdoor Services can fix both. Call today before your HOA does. That's Henson's Outdoor Services. Top of the fourth inning. All East Coweta in this one. They're up 12-0. As we go to the top of the fourth, Owen Cortez back out to pitch here for the Pirates. And he's going to be facing the left fielder, Dylan Weems. It'll be the bottom third of the order for the Indians. 7, 8, 9 due up. Cortez out of the wind, and the first pitch to Weems is lined into center. A slicing line drive. And it's going to be a leadoff single for the Indians, so they keep the hit parade going. Second base hit for Weems today, Greg.
They pound the ball pretty good up the middle.
They have been sending it right back where it came from quite a few times today. That's the second single for Weems. So now he stands at first base. And it'll bring up Robert East, the second baseman. He struck out his last time up on a check swing. And a controversial play down at third that looked like it should have been a throw-out. This time he pops it up on the infield. Over towards second. Should be easy for Daniel Jones. He's got it. Right at the edge of the grass on the infield, and that's the first out here at the top of the fourth. So East will go down. And we're back to the third baseman, Hudson Harrison. Last time in his order, he was pinch hit for. Now he's back up, batting in the number 9 hole. Had a sac bunt his first time to the plate. That was back in the top of the first inning. Runner at first, one out. First pitch on the way. There's a good strike at the knees from Cortez. Hey, that rhymes pretty good. At the knees for Cortez.
He's got me. I mean, he is just so relaxed on the mound. He just makes me want to talk really soft and
kind of sounds like Matthew McConaughey ought to be calling his plays.
Yes.
This was fouled off and it's quickly 0-2.
All right, all right, all right.
All right, all right, all right.
I'll take the fastball, please.
I'll take the fastball right here.
He is smooth, man. I give it to him.
He is.
He's got a 0-2 count quickly ahead of Hudson Harrison. Runner at first with one out.
Calm heartbeat.
He's in the stretch, and here's the 0-2. Fouled off the face mask of Moody. Got a piece of the home plate umpire. Everybody looks like they're okay. That Tuesday again, the Pirates tomorrow heading down to Macon, take on Rutland High School. That's right off of Hartley Bridge Road. Probably easier to go down 475 if you're going to be going to the game tomorrow. That'll be a 4:30 game. Rutland does not have lights. I don't think any of the Macon schools have lights for baseball or softball.
I don't guess they want their kids out past dark.
Probably not the worst idea, as this one misses inside, and it's 1-2. I'll be down in Macon after dark on Thursday, though. We've got some hockey, playoff hockey. The Macon Mayhem have made the playoffs, so I'll be down there doing the PA announcing Thursday night, 7 o'clock at the Macon Coliseum.
Tomorrow I'm going to be on the river, floating to Flint.
1-2, just missed outside, and it's 2-2.
Ty turns 15 tomorrow.
Is that right?
Yeah, Stephanie's going to get up, take him to Fella's test. And,
wow, you got some confidence in him. Is he that bad of a driver?
No, he's actually pretty good. He's going to get it first thing,
okay,
first time, and then we're going to go put him in a canoe and float to Flint.
2-2, here it comes. This one's hit off the fist, shallow center, and it's going to fall in again. Boy, East Coweta has been wearing out this 10-by-10 patch in shallow center field today. That's about the 5th ball that's been hit right there. Right off the fist of Hudson Harrison. So he's got a single. And East Coweta has runners at first and second. Again, we're back to the top of the order with the shortstop, Hunter Beatonbow. And he is 1 for 3 in the ballgame. So he's going to get his driver's license, and you're going to put him in a canoe.
Yeah, he's going to get his learner's license.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah, you got to put him in a canoe.
There you go.
He loves to fish.
I guess it's a lot easier if he wrecks a canoe than it is a truck. He's that bad, huh?
Yeah.
Who's taking him for the test, did you say?
Stephanie's
okay.
coming. Yeah,
Stephanie's
yeah.
Is that the pretty girl who came and kissed you earlier?
Yes.
You're sure?
Yes, I'm dead positive.
Greg and I are still wondering.
No, Greg, y'all know better.
I don't know.
I trust Greg's judgment.
I think that was Shamika.
Yeah, I think you're right, Greg.
Y'all are high.
1-0 is a strike at the belt. And he was the count at 1-1.
I'm just going to
That is not the same.
Call it
that is not the same woman we had Mexican with a couple of weeks ago who had the ball cap on. It's not. I refuse to believe it.
Oh, no. Yes, it was. Yes, that's Stephanie. Yes. Where is she? I think she left. Ty's still here.
I would, too.
Yeah, I think she got the littles and got out of here.
Here's the 1-1. Upstairs, runner goes from second. Throw to third is on the mark, and it is going to be in time, but the tag is off again.
Man, what a throw by MT. It's going to bring Coach Parrott out.
That is twice today that MT Moody has fired a strike down to third base. Man, perfect throw, perfect tag by Stiltner. A delayed call by the umpire.
Hey, you're not going to get a call for Pike with Pike umpires, I promise you. They don't wanna, they think they're showing, one-sidedness.
We got a timeout now for the runner at third. Something happened to him. I know Coach Parrott was saying something was bush league, so I don't know if it's something the runner did as he was sliding into third.
Well, now you're going to get the third baseman, Walker Stiltner, coming to the mound to have a word with MT Moody. And I mean, if you're MT Moody right now, what do? You've thrown 2 perfect strikes down to third. Should have 2 outs.
Well, the first one was called by Brock, and he's at first now. They've swapped positions, and McDaniel's calling third now. So, you ain't going to get a call.
No.
A close call? But
Man.
it looked like he got him there, too.
Yeah, I feel bad for MT. That was 2 great throws today. But we play on. Runners at second and third with 1 out. Cortez out of the stretch with the pitch. Comes inside, and there's ball 3 to Hunter Beatonbow, the shortstop. Leadoff batter here for the Indians, who lead 12-0. They put up 8 runs in their last at bat. That was in the top of the third. Haven't scored here in the fourth, and Cortez is trying to keep them there. From the stretch, here's the pitch, and there's ball 4 outside and another walk, and that'll load the bases.
How many walks is that total for today? Do y'all know by chance? Is it 8 or 9?
Let's see. Here we go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I got 5 and a hit by pitch.
6. I've got 6 and a hit by pitch.
Yeah, I got 6. You're right. 6 and a hit by pitch.
7.
Yeah, 7 free bases. And that'll load the bases again for the Indians with one out. And it's the center fielder, Lathan Gibby, the two-hole batter. He's walked twice today. He's 2 of those 6 walks. Cortez back to the wind. And here comes the first pitch to Gibby. This one is hit out toward right field and a base hit. 1 run is going to come in and score. 2 could have come in as Morris could not field the ball cleanly, but Coach DeLoach at third base holding the runner there, showing a lot of class. That could have easily been 2 runs. But it's going to be another RBI single. That is the second RBI single of the game for Lathan Gibby. Yeah, that'll make it 13-0 East Coweta. Bases are still loaded. 1 out. And the first baseman, Jax Bowles, is at the plate. Cortez going to stay in the wind. Here's the pitch to Bowles, and just about hit him. He had to jump out of the way of that one.
Well, Bowles is 0 for 1 with 2 walks.
Lined out to left field. Only time he's made contact. And he bats now with the bases loaded. 1 out in the top of the 4th. Cortez in the wind, gets the sign, and here comes the 1-0. This one is absolutely destroyed to straightaway center, and it is out of the ballpark. A grand slam off the bat of Jax Bowles. Lyric Scott chased it as far as he could, but there was no bringing that one back. Grand slam for Bowles makes it 17-0 East Coweta. Well, gentlemen, that's one you call a no-doubter. That ball was absolutely crushed to the deepest part of the ballpark, just to the right of the batter's eye. And that's a grand slam for the Indians. It's 17-0 East Coweta. And it looks like we're getting ready for another pitching change here in the top of the 4th inning. That is going to do it for Owen Cortez. He is coming out of the ball game. We'll take a break. Tell you who the new Pike County pitcher is right after this.
Top-rate electrical repair and installation can make all the difference in your home or business. That's why you need the best in the business. Enlightening Electric. They're available 24/7. Licensed, insured, and bonded, and provide the very best electrical services. See for yourself. Just one click to enlighteningelectric.com will show all the services they offer. Free estimates are also available. Experience and expertise. It's not just electric, it's Enlightening Electric.
Listen up, Braves fans. Braves Vision is your new TV home of the Atlanta Braves. And catching every pitch is easier than ever. Watch Braves Vision through your current cable or satellite provider, or stream games on Braves Vision with the Braves.TV subscription. That means streaming from anywhere on any device with no local blackouts. Check out all your options at Braves.com/watch. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Dedication, compassion, and integrity. We've got the experience and expertise. When you need some help and you feel like there's nowhere to go, you can count on us for everything you need to know. The Sellers Law Firm, where clients become family.
Well, a grand slam off the bat of Jax Bowles from East Coweta makes it a 17-0 East Coweta lead here in the top of the 4th inning as the Pirates bring in their 3rd pitcher of the ball game. Chris Childress, give us all the details on Forrest Williams.
Forrest Williams, Jr., righty, about 6'1", 6'2", has a good fastball, throws from a 3/4 slot. It's going to also showcase if he has the curveball working, it's going to be really nice. It breaks really, really nice. So 3-pitch guy working on the changeup, Forrest Williams, as Owen Cortez ends his day, giving up 10 hits, and I feel like a lot of runs there.
Yeah, he went an inning. Between the 2 innings, he came in relief in the top of the 3rd, got 2/3 of an inning there, and recorded 1 out here in the top of the 4th. So he is done after 1 inning of work. And once again, on the mound now is Forrest Williams. 1 out, top of the 4th inning. And it's Jacob Gonzalez at the plate. First pitch fastball, a little low at the knees, and there's ball 1. Hearing a lot of names today that haven't really heard a lot this year with the JV season recently wrapping up for the Pirates. Good day to get a lot of these young guys in. Here comes the 1-0. That's outside in the dirt, and it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, nobody on. We're in the top of the 4th inning. All East Coweta so far in this one. Forrest Williams out of the wind. Missed downstairs below the knees, and it's now 3-0.
Looks like another walk on the horizon.
Sounds like it ought to be a song.
You know what? 3-0. Give him the green light here. Just come on. Let's make a game out of it.
Well, Coach DeLoach ain't going to do that. Not with his team up 17-0.
I guess that is Bush League, isn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't think he would. Let's see. Here's a 3-0. Shows what I know.
Yep.
Line drive right back up the middle for another base hit, and guess where? Right into that area in center field, at the edge of the grass behind the bag. I mean, almost like they're hitting it on a line.
Nobody, number 31, Gates.
And it's another base hit.
Well, Gonzalez was looking for his first hit of the day.
He got it. So a single for Gonzalez. And that means that now every starter for East Coweta has at least 1 hit in the ballgame, except for the second baseman, Robert East.
Yep, except for East.
So 8 out of the 9, and 9 out of 10 because we did have a pinch hitter earlier in the ballgame. That was David Gillen. He had a 2-run single.
Here we go.
So we got another pinch hitter coming in here. This looks like it's going to be number 31, A.J. Gates. So A.J. Gates will bat in the place of Aiden Chester. All he did today was go 3 for 3 with 2 doubles, a triple, and 5 RBIs. Just a slow day for Chester. He'll get the rest of the day off. And Gates will dig in. First pitch, hit over toward the first base side. Good play, throw to first. There's 1, and that's all we're going to get. But a great play by Cooper Brown to take the line drive, try to set up the double play. He's able to get the lead runner at second. So Gates is going to reach on the fielder's choice, and that's the second out. And we'll have another pitch hitter coming up. This is number 22, Aiden Lind, who will come and bat. Senior for the Indians. And he will bat in the place of Hagan Clifton, who will finish the day 2 for 3. 2 singles, 2 RBIs for Clifton. 2 outs, runner at first in the top of the 4th inning. And again, it's going to be Aiden Lind, number 22, the senior, coming to the plate. You could tell he is just now to get into the ballgame because his pants are about as white as they get. Those white pants ain't got a speck of dirt on them. Snap throw back to first, and not in time as A.J. Gates is back with a head-first dive. I hated white pants when I played. Hated it. I preferred the gray or dark. I just hated white pants. First pitch fastball in for a strike from Forrest Williams, the new Pike County pitcher. I always felt like everybody could see your underwear and your boxers when you wore white pants. Just a weird thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just me.
Weird thing to think about, for sure.
Well, here comes the 0-1 from Williams. Outside, and it's 1-1.
Kind of self-conscious there.
Well, I mean, I was a bigger kid, man.
You had some.
I hated tucking my shirt in as to start with, and then you had white pants on as a big guy at the plate. You know, you just.
Could you hammer the ball?
Oh, man, I wasn't a home run hitter.
How about that?
I mean, I could every now and then, but I was a gapper, man. I was.
Okay.
You need me to go to right center? I'm going to right center.
What a backhanded catch by the MT Moody.
Great stop behind the plate by Moody. I know it's been a tough day for offense, but maybe our Player of the Game award coming up today. MT Moody behind the plate. I mean, he's wore one.
Well, he's
battled for sure.
He's the only player so far that's had multiple Player of the Games.
This one is driven out toward the gap in left center field, and it's going to two-hop the fence. A.J. Gates will hold up at third, and it's going to be a pinch hit double off the bat of Aiden Lind. And now he stands at second base.
Batting for the Indians, number 23, Chase Simmons.
And now it's going to bring up Chase Simmons. Another pinch hitter here for East Coweta. So 3 pinch hitters in a row. So you had A.J. Gates, who came into bat for Chester. You had Lind, who came into bat for Clifton. And now you've got number 23, Chase Simmons, batting in the number 7 hole for Dylan Weems.
And some more clean white pants.
First pitch on the way, 1 hops the plate. To the backstop, nobody running. Again, East Coweta's on top 17-0. They've got runners at second and third. And Coach DeLoach not going to send anybody from third base. Coach DeLoach in his 26th season as the head coach of the East Coweta baseball program.
I wonder how long he's been coaching softball. Not quite as
I
long.
think he said 24 earlier, just a few years shorter. I asked him today, I was like, how much longer are you going to do this, man? Here's the 1-0. Outside is 2-0. He said, well, my daughter is in high school now. She's a freshman. And he said the only reason he's still hanging on is because he feels like if he were to retire right now, it wouldn't be fair to his daughter, who's in high school, to be there with her. So I guess he's got at least 3 more years in the tank. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. A good fastball from Forrest Williams. That one was up high. Simmons couldn't catch it. By the way, not only is Coach DeLoach one of the legendary baseball coaches and softball coaches in Georgia, he's also the bus driver for the team. I mean, the guy literally does it all.
Does it all.
Here's the 2-1. Strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-2.
Think they could drag this out for a couple more hours?
Charlie Biles drove the bus too.
Yeah, but Charlie Biles at Jackson didn't start driving the bus until he retired. And I think he enjoys it personally.
I thought he drove some also with the
2-2.
when he was coaching also.
2-2 pitch, 1 hops. The catcher gets to the backstop, but again, nobody advancing. Greg Crawford, who was my tennis coach at Jackson High School and a football coach at Jackson High School, he is now coaching at Rock Springs Christian Academy.
Wow.
And driving the bus for Rock Springs Christian Academy's athletic programs. What is it with these coaches becoming bus drivers? There's something there we're not figuring out, guys. There's something there. Here comes the pitch. And downstairs, that's ball 4. A 2-out walk to Chase Simmons.
Well, Robert East has a chance now.
He's going to get a shot, isn't he? Robert East, the only starter in the lineup for East Coweta today without a hit.
You might have just helped him out there.
Nope.
He's not going to get a chance.
Nope.
Poor Robert.
Oh, wow.
He's like, really, Coach? Come on, man.
On a 17-0 game, East just needed a hit, and he could have joined the club.
So that'll be 8 out of the 9 starters.
It is his dad's the athletic coordinator?
Athletic director.
Athletic director? Well, that shows you there's no favoritism.
That's right. All right, so another pinch hitter coming in. This is going to be the 4th in a row for East Coweta.
Well,
and this one looks like it's going to be number 36. That is Lathan Christians.
Well, when you're up this far, put everybody in, you know. Give them a chance to hit.
Absolutely. Bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the 4th. Right on left matchup. Christian's first pitch is grounded over toward the East Coweta dugout. And has all those guys jump up over there. Good thing the netting was right there. Line drive that one right over to his teammates. Boy, you got to be paying attention. 0-1 count. Forrest Williams, the pitcher for the Pirates in the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This one sliced again over toward the left, out of play down the left field line, and it's quickly 0-2.
He almost hit the LED lights on the foul pole in left field.
I told Coach DeLoach be careful for those light poles out there when he's leaving today.
It's still
bus drivers have a history of tearing down our light poles here.
Yeah, that one's still leaning over there in the parking lot.
Here's the 0-2. Pitch on the way outside, and there's a called strike 3.
All right.
And that'll do it for East Coweta in the top of the 4th inning, but they get 5 more runs. The big hit was the grand slam by Jax Bowles. We go to the bottom of the 4th. All Indians here today in Zebulon. East Coweta on top of Pike County. It is 17-0. East Coweta leads.
Ever thought the day would come where you could apply for a mortgage from the comfort of your living room or home office? In as little as 20 minutes, you can apply online with our new online mortgage center. So visit our website and apply today. We're an equal housing lender. First Bank of Pike. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at firstbankofpike.com.
Listen up, Braves fans. Braves Vision is your new TV home of the Atlanta Braves. And catching every pitch is easier than ever. Watch Braves Vision through your current cable or satellite provider, or stream games on Braves Vision with the Braves.TV subscription. That means streaming from anywhere on any device with no local blackouts. Check out all your options at Braves.com/watch. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Well, speaking of those Atlanta Braves, we got a big event coming up on Wednesday. I'd love to invite all of you to come hang out with us at Summerhill. That's the community up near the old Turner Field area. This Wednesday, going to have a big block party with the Atlanta Braves. Going to have the big screen out with the game on as the Braves are in Anaheim to take on the Angels. All the fun starts at 3:30. There's going to be local food. Going to have some games, prizes to give away. I'll be up there hosting with the Braves this Wednesday starting at 3:30. Yes, Greg Parrott.
The Angels had quite a day yesterday.
Oh, my
The
goodness.
right fielder,
Joe
Adele,
Adele, yeah.
3 home runs taken away.
Well, it should have just been 2. Here's why. My personal
because
take.
of the third one?
Yes. My personal listen, again, this is just my opinion. But if you catch a ball in the air and you go over the fence with the ball, that should be a home run.
But
That's what I
But,
think.
but
No.
it's not.
It's
No.
not.
No, because you have possession of it going over the wall. Like you grabbed it. It's yours.
Yeah, your momentum took
Your
you over.
momentum took you over.
I know.
You went over the
get it.
wall,
I
not
get
the
it.
ball.
I know.
Yeah.
I still don't
Well,
like the
no,
call.
it was a great game.
It was 3 of them in one game.
Yeah.
It's pretty doggone amazing. It's Pirates dig in, needing some runs. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, 17-0, East Coweta leading. And leading it off here for Pike County is going to be Cooper Brown, the first baseman. He lined out to center field his first time. Adam Liverman still pitching for the Indians. Curveball drops in for a strike outside, and it's 0-2.
Samaje is on deck.
So Samaje Smith will grab a bat, and he will pitch it for Max Harris. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. A filthy changeup from Liverman. Just about took the head off Cooper Brown. He was so far out in front of it. And that is a strikeout. Only the second strikeout of the game for Adam Liverman, the pitcher for East Coweta. And now it will bring up Samaje Smith. So Samaje will bat in the number 5 hole. Nobody on, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Takes a first pitch fastball for a strike down the middle. It's 0-1. Right on right matchup. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Low and outside, and it's 1-1. Got another pitch hitter coming up. I believe that's Gardner in the on-deck circle.
It is.
Here for the Pirates in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-1 count. Here comes the wind and the pitch to Smith. Again low and outside, and it's 2-1. Pike County in action tomorrow, back in region play, going down to Macon to take on the Rutland Hurricanes. East Coweta is going home tomorrow for a doubleheader with Ola. 2-1 is downstairs, and it's 3-1.
That will be a good game.
That'll be a great day.
It's gonna be a good game.
Yes, indeed. Got a beautiful ballpark over there, too. Here comes the pitch. Fouled at the plate. And that should run the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Samaje Smith, senior at the plate. 3-2 count. Liverman's ready. Here's the wind and the payoff. Just about hit him, and there's going to be a one-out walk. So Samaje will dodge the pitch, and he will trot down to first as Zane Gardner will come in and pitch hit for Jarrett Morris. Well, Jarrett's not getting any sushi today, that's for sure. No. Jarrett's going to finish today 0 for 1 with a strikeout. The Pirates have not made it through the order twice. Jarrett Morris, his spot in the lineup is the number 6 spot where Garner is hitting now. So only one full trip through the batting order for Pike County. This is their second time through it, and they're down to the number 6 spot. Runner on first, 1 out. Garner at the plate. First pitch, swung on and missed right through a good fastball from Liverman. Belt high, inner half of the plate. Popped the dirt out of the mid of Jacob Gonzalez, the catcher.
Let's see what kind of wheels Samaje's got. They're not holding him on.
Not holding him on. He could get some more.
Here's the 0-1. There's a strike just above the knees, and it's 0-2. Well, we know the kid can run. We saw that during football season.
You think they'd let him just go get second, take it?
Yeah.
Extend this game. Score a couple runs and push it.
He might here on the 0-2. Okay. Garner chokes up. There he goes. The pitch. Outside. No throw down to second. They'll give Samaje the stolen base. Puts a runner at second base. And I think really that just upsets the umpires more than anybody because now they got to trot all the way across the field to change their positions.
Oh. Poor them.
Poor them.
You know what? Brock hasn't put his name out here today.
1-2 count to Gardner. Here comes the pitch. Just a little high around the letters. And it's 2-2. Adam Liverman with a big smile as he walked off the mound. He thought he had strike 3. Not a bad spot.
Yeah, middle's not a bad spot.
Just a little. Garner's not the tallest player either, so that doesn't help his case. 2-2 count. Liverman's ready out of the stretch. This one's way upstairs. Just about got him in the head, and there's ball 3. And you can bet right now Liverman does not want to be the one to give up a run here for East Coweta. They lead 17-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning, trying to preserve the shutout. Runner at second is Smith. 3-2 pitch. Foul tipped it to the mitt, and there's strike 3. And down goes Gardner for the second out. Third strikeout of the ball game for Adam Liverman. And another pitch hitter coming up.
Jake Jones.
So Jake Jones, who wears number 21.
I'd love to see Jake get an RBI.
Well, he just got hit. And they got him right on the elbow, too, it looked like, on his left arm. High and tight. Oh, yeah, he is feeling that one. He is hurting down there. Forearm or elbow. He's holding that left elbow.
Man, there is something about the 7-hole because Daniel Jones got hit by a pitch his first time up and had to walk it off. And now Jake Jones in the 7-hole pinch hitting for him took one to the arm, and he looks like he's suffering.
It's tingling right now.
Yeah, that one got right underneath the elbow on his left arm. He's going to stay in the ball game.
So now you got Landon Benford coming in to pinch hit.
First pitch to Benford is a fastball for a strike low and outside at the knees. He's got the teal-looking bat, like an aqua color bat. Really stands out against that reddish-orange uniform. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Upstairs in his eyes, and it's 1-1.
That bat's the color of many homes back in the 60s on the beach.
Greg bringing up that beach stuff again.
I tell you what, he's ready to get down there.
Here comes the 1-1. Foul ball down the third base line, and it looks like the Pirates are going to be down to their final strike. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Benford at the plate, right on right matchup. Adam Liverman on the mound in the stretch. Long look to second, and the 1-2 pitch is low and outside. It's 2-2. I do remember seeing a lot of beach houses that color. Also like that coral color is one you see a lot. Like a lavender purple, almost like Easter colors. Easter colors and beach house colors kind of match.
Yeah.
Come to think of it.
A lot of pink ones, too.
This one is down around the knees, popped off the mitt of the East Coweta catcher, gets to the backstop, and the runners will advance 90 feet. If that ball is caught, that may have been strike 3.
Yeah.
That was right at the knees, looked pretty good, but Jacob Gonzalez, the catcher, could not squeeze it.
Well, a 3-run home run right here.
That'd be nice. Or just a base hit could score 2.
Well, we need 3 to get to the next inning.
That's true. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 call, outside corner. And down go the Pirates in the top of the 4th inning. And that should be our ball game here today. Mercy rule.
With 2 strikes, you got to be swinging there, protect the plate.
So your final score here today, East Coweta 17, Pike County nothing. A tough day here at the Jack as the Pirates drop to the Indians for the 2nd time this year. Pike County now 11-13 overall on the season. East Coweta will improve to 17-7. Well, boys, I wish I had a better homecoming, but not the greatest of days for the Pirates. But they'll be back in action tomorrow at Rutland, and then Chris and Greg will have the call coming up on Friday. Michael Penn will be back with you guys as Rutland will come to town for a Friday night doubleheader here at the Jack as we return back to region play. Always great to see Coach Franklin DeLoach, head coach for the East Coweta Indians. We wish his team the best of luck the rest of the year. We thank you for joining us on the broadcast here today. And that'll do it. 17-0. East Coweta wins it for Greg Parrott. For Chris Childress, I'm Chad Feltman saying good night from the Jack. We'll talk to you again on Friday for more Pike County Pirate Baseball with K13 Media.